All right, let's get the good morning. Boy, what a morning of tech issues over here. Let's get this game going, huh? Shall we? Here we go.
It is tough the first day. Their
So,
information
how's
overload,
everybody doing
environmental overload,
on this
and so
fine
day one
Monday?
to day two was
I got a
better.
little
Now with a day
confused
off and a
because I
chance to
went
think
to the
coming in
Florida
here game
Panthers
three,
website
it'll
to
make a
see who
difference
we
for them
were
again.
playing
In the
today.
first four games of this
And the
tournament, we've
Panthers
had one
website
goal
says it's
affairs, and
Nashville
Nashville's come out
versus
on the right side
Tampa.
of that, as you can see the standings on your screen. But
So
quickly here,
I
Brian,
got a little confused.
obviously that's great news for this tournament to
Hey,
have the
Killer
games be
Miller,
so
how you doing,
close.
spaceman?
Yeah, I think it's terrific. It shows that the players are conscientious. They're
Yeah,
getting
exactly.
into
We'll watch a better
mid-season form,
team.
and that's a
Let
big
me
deal
blow this up
because at the
here.
beginning it was pretty wide open, which is to be
Where's
expected.
this full screen?
We're just moments away from the start of
There we
this
go.
morning's or this afternoon's
should
game
help.
between the Nashville Predators and the Florida Panthers,
right.
and we'll turn it over to the public address and our national anthem.
Okay. So they lost Saturday. I did not get a chance to watch on Saturday. We were busy with that yard sale right to the end. Hey, GP. All right, let's go.
Final day of the NHL
You
Prospect
like the Russian
Tournament.
goalie? Yeah,
and
what is
starts
his
with
name?
The Florida
Jairus
Panthers taking
Moff
on
or something
the
like that?
Nashville Predators. Along with Brian Blum, I'm Joey
hard name to
Patano, our starting
pronounce.
goaltenders for this afternoon's
playing
game.
today?
First for the Nashville Predators, we see Jakub Milota. Played for Cape Breton last year in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. He is a
Hey,
fourth
JC,
round
how you
pick
doing, bud?
of the Nashville Predators in 2024. Getting the start for Florida is Cooper Black.
Oh,
He
all
split time
right.
last year
Black
in the
is
ECHL in the American
Black
Hockey
is
League.
back.
Mostly with Charlotte, though. 17 games, 11-4-1 record for the 6'8",
How you doing, Hungry?
220-pound native of Alpena,
Things
Michigan.
are good. We're not watching
I've been
the Dolphin
impressed
game.
with Cooper
It's
Black. I
beautiful.
got to tell you, this is the
JC,
second
that's an
time around
insult
we've
to
seen
trash.
him. We haven't seen Milota a
You can
lot,
find some good
but
things in the
for
trash
Cooper Black, who
sometimes.
didn't play much, 17 games and
All right,
11
Panthers.
wins. He was impressive in his first game here in this tournament.
Underway, Florida in red, dumps it in on Milota, sticks
I
it to the
guess
corner.
the,
Nashville in yellow.
Announcers
And the Preds 2-0
concern
coming into
that
this final
Black was
game.
hurt was
Dumped in behind the net for Vilmanis, taken away by Mateer, turned it over. Here's
JC, not
Souch in right
soon
circle.
enough.
Put it on in front.
Right.
They score!
Hey, that's in!
On a turnover.
Holy
it's snapped
crap.
home from the slot area, and the
You could
Panthers
barely
take the lead
see.
23 seconds in.
I think it's
Because the
Vilmanis who ends
camera
up scoring it, but
was
it's
so
a bad
far
turnover
away,
for
but we've already
Nashville
got a goal.
for sure. Good positioning by Florida. Florida, we've seen their forecheck, just like the big club in the NHL. They have played
Wow.
the same style as they have as the Panthers in the NHL, and it really
Oh, we're
pays
1-1,
off here.
Anthony.
Vilmanis is in a good spot. They turn the puck over behind the net. Sanchin gets the puck, gets
That was
Vilmanis,
quick.
boom, in the back of the net before Nashville's ready to go.
Look out, this one's deflected on a play on the dump
Hey,
in.
Spaceman. No,
So big start here for
Kyle
the
will
Panthers.
be live at 3 on the football channel.
Sanchin's been good for Florida. I liked him as the tournament's gone on. Didn't notice him as much the first day. Vilmanis, I'll say I noticed him the first day
I
right
see.
off the
Yeah,
bat for
Killer
Florida.
Miller. That's a good
Yesterday,
way to
a
look
little
at
bit
it. Have
less.
11
A
days
guy
in
who
between.
came on
Yeah.
for them yesterday, two guys actually, Hunter St. Martin,
That would
I thought
make
a
sense.
really good
Hopefully it's
second day.
both.
And Jack Devine, I thought really got better from day 1 to day 2.
Joachim Kemmel, who set up the winner for Nashville on Saturday against Carolina. Another 1-goal game, 3-2 was the score. Steve's trying to get it out for the Panthers. Will turn back in his own end. There comes Florida on the rush. Merrick Ulsher fires it in.
Shafasi,
Nobody on the point.
If he can just build
And
a
it's
little bit
skated
of
out by
strength,
Martin.
Devine
Across
has
the line
a good
for
chance
O'Hara.
to be
Kemmel to the
good.
net. O'Hara shoots, and that one's blocked by Ulsher.
Wow, goal in the first
O'Hara
minute.
had the rebound, but lost it. It's skated out of the end by Jack Devine. Rink wide for Ben Steeves, who's cut off nicely by Mateer. Starts the line change for Florida.
And there's an example of what Nashville's done
I've
since
got
the
a
very
black
beginning of
dot
game 1. Defend the
on my
blue line well,
screen.
defend the middle of the ice well,
That
and
looks
it's
like
really
a little
shown in their
puck.
ability to win games each game that they played in the tournament.
All right. There we go.
Mastro Simone to center ice, and a collision. Followed up, though, and dumped into the zone.
Yeah,
by
I hear
Colton
you,
Stewart, who had
Anthony.
a big
It's the
fight
way it goes,
in the
man.
first period of that second game between the Lightning and the Panthers.
No
He's
disagreement
got
there.
the puck at the point now. Fires a shot through, and that one stopped by the goaltender Milota.
I think it's in his genes for Heward. he did a good job in the fight. We had a couple of real dandy fights in the first couple of days. Anyway, we'll see if it settles down today.
Hayden Barch on the dump in. Yeah, that it's nice to see the prospects take up the in-state rivalry right away.
Yeah, JC, I
there's
think
no
they
doubt.
need him to
And,
play a full
there's 2 ways to look at
a
it.
full
Are,
season,
are
you
we
know what
gonna
I
play
mean?
more
No, but
hockey?
else
We'll
bag
turn
it
over
away.
here by Florida.
Oh,
Lynn centered it in front,
Save.
and a save
Good
made
job.
on the doorstep. That was the first shot of the game for Nashville.
Hey,
And
Amanda.
Boysick got the
Thank
opportunity
you,
right in front.
Much appreciated.
Davies centers, and
Thank
Bush
you.
is stopped on the doorstep.
The other way to look at
The
this,
hockey
this
is
is the
back.
last game for these two teams.
Thank the
And
Lord.
if
Ain't that the
they
truth?
got something to say for one of these guys, this is their last chance to do it.
Thank you, Amanda.
Davies back to the point. Long shot. That
Oh,
just missed the net.
missed.
Letting that one go from the point was Mikolash Hovorka. Davies on the rebound. Florida with a 1-0 lead, pressuring. Powell dumps it in behind the
Anthony,
net.
yeah.
Too long for Chorsky.
If
Rolls along
they
the far
fire
side
Greer and
and
burn the whole thing down, we have a
Pitched
chance.
out of there by Nashville.
To
Line
at least
changes
get
on
better.
for both sides. Approaching 3 minutes in, 1-0 Florida. The goal on the first shift. Here's a giveaway. Woods got
I
Ralston
agree
to the
there,
net.
GP.
Kostov coming late. Kostov centered it in front. Big save by Black on
Good
Wood
save
on the
by
doorstep.
Cooper Black.
That was a bad play by Sachin. A little drop pass blindly. He thought to his own defenseman. This happened just outside his own blue line. Ends up being a turnover. Puts his D-man.
Yeah, that's
spot.
not a good play
And
at all.
Nashville
I
ends up with
agree.
a really good scoring chance because of it.
Couple of point-blank saves for Black so far. Tough to beat that goalie low, I would say.
Yeah, he is impressive. And a lot of times, it can depend for a guy who's 6'8" in goal. Sometimes they're a little late getting down. But in his case, no, he's been quick to do that. And once he's down, he takes up a lot of room.
Barch, a point shot, rebound out in front of the net, and recovered by the Panthers goal scorer, Vilmanis. He's up with 1 mark, 2-on-2. Vilmanis fires, and Milota got a piece of that.
He's got a shot.
Puck will be held in, but paying the price was Janssen. Ulsher on the boards, back to Vilmanis covering for him. From the point, Janssen shot.
Oh.
Blocker saved by Milota, sends it out to
Boy,
center.
that's a hell of a
He's not
rebound.
shy with the rebounds, is he, Milota? I think maybe he's a little nervous. That shot, he kicked all the way out over the blue line, which is fine. The first one, he didn't control a rebound very well.
Hey, Simon.
Loose puck out near the blue line. Sauchin unable to get it deep. Nashville comes up with it, but they
There
turn it
we
right
go.
back over.
Back
Sauchin
in.
sends it deep. Milota out to play it. Barch quickly to the other
You can
side. from the tier.
definitely tell that our AHL guys
Out to center
are
for
trained
O'Hara,
to
defended by
play
Cameron.
the
To the
same
middle of the ice
style
for
that,
Kemmel. Fires just
that the
wide.
big club plays.
A lot of open ice here early, Brian.
Yeah, and every time
Their
Kemmel's out on
legs
the
are
ice,
just
first
constantly
day I
moving.
didn't notice
There's
him
no
as much.
standing
Second
around.
day, I really noticed Kemmel.
They
a
may
lot.
make
Made
some
beautiful
mistakes
plays,
by being
scored
over
at least
aggressive
one
and
goal,
everything,
and he's
but
been noticeable here early too.
He had a chance right there in the slot. He
Nobody
got to the
standing
soft spot,
around
and O'Hara
whatsoever.
found him, but he just missed. Brady Martin, first round pick. Taken away by McClinsky. Play is onside, but the pass doesn't connect. And Martin will try it again in the 3-on-3. Schaefer, who had the winner on Saturday against Carolina. Taken away by Powell. Got a return feed. A little long for him, but he'll catch up. Good stick by Ufko at center ice to break that up.
hey, Simon.
Panthers in their
Think
own
you're
end.
saying,
Will
how do
sky
I like it?
Back to the red line. Off go.
It's just nice to have hockey
For
back.
Noringer.
Lord knows I don't want to talk about
Played
the
in Frölunda
Dolphins.
last
I
year
mean,
in
I
the
will,
Swedish
but
Pro League.
it's depressing.
Recovered by Powell.
What a difference between
Wide
being a
for Mastro
Dolphins fan and a
Simone.
Panthers
Went back
fan.
that way in the midst of a line change. And
Oh.
here's Noringer with room on right wing. Long shift for him, though. Dumps it off for Willis and heads to the bench.
That was a good quick up by the defenseman Wang, who noticed the line change for Florida and made that quick pass to Noringer up at the blue line.
Here we
Give him
go.
a look at least.
Good
Davies
move.
has room left wing. Shoots right on.
Good
And Milota
shot.
made the save. And Bush went in there looking for a rebound. And that's going to draw a crowd.
What the hell happened to my camera?
There's the first
This
from
camera keeps just
that
like
we've had so far in this game.
disconnecting.
Yeah, a couple other guys. I mentioned Kemmel for
for
Nashville.
whatever reason.
Played in Milwaukee last year, 19 goals. I've liked him as the tournament has gone on. Steves has come
I'll
on
be
for
right there.
Florida. Jack Devine has come on. Hunter St. Martin has come on too. 39 goals for St. Martin last year playing for Medicine Hat. He was a 2024 draft in the 6th round, but big star in Medicine Hat last year.
Face off to the right of the goaltender Milota. Davies in a battle with Jack Mateer. It's wheeled around the boards and all the way down. No icing. Panthers a 1-0 lead. The goal came 23 seconds in by Sandis Vilmanis. Chorsky. Shot deflected high and wide of the cage. Janssen in deep on the rebound. Turnover right in front. Janssen scores.
Holy crap!
And Florida takes a
2-0
2-0
just
lead
as my camera comes
as
back.
Janssen found himself
Luckily.
all alone in front.
Yeah, I believe that was Joey Willis for Nashville.
Hey.
He got in the corner, tried to make a little play
Hey,
from
Trey,
the
how you
corner
doing,
in his
bud?
own end to his defenseman in front of the net, but it wasn't well executed. I don't know that his
Oh,
D
this is
man
the
was
first
ready
time I've
for
heard
it.
them
It wasn't
playing
in
the
a
Go
good place.
Cats Go.
So the problem with that, and players use that on every team at every level. But when it goes wrong, it is the worst play that you can make.
Nice.
You have given a scoring chance right in front of your own net
2-0.
by nothing that the opposition did to you until they got the puck and put it in the back of your net. And that's exactly what happened on that goal.
Puck deep in the Florida zone. Panthers in a 2-0 lead now. A couple of defensive zone gaps for Nashville have led to the Florida goals. One mark
kind of
keeping
leaving
the
their goalie hanging
Nashville
out to
end.
dry there a little bit.
Cameron off left point to keep it in, but Nashville sends it back out for Heward. Andrew Gibson had it bounce away from
Has
him.
anybody heard what day
One
we
mark
actually
on the wall
start
behind
camp?
the net.
And the first game is in 6
Gibson
days.
kind of takes out some frustration there on Vilmanis. The turnaround
Whoa.
shot is stopped by Milota.
Boy, the camera is so
Brian,
far
you mentioned
away.
the rebound control, and that one he kicked out to the other side.
Yeah,
It's small
he's
on
having
my
a little
screen
trouble with
'cause
that for sure. And I think maybe he's a little
I
shaken
got the
by the
chat
fact
up,
that
too.
his team has had a couple of giveaways that have led to 2 goals against him as well, too.
Real.
Tough way to try and settle in for Jakub Milota. And
Yeah, turning us into dangles.
And here's
the
another
truth.
opportunity. Sauchin with Vilmanis. The pass to
Fuck.
Vilmanis. Backhand is stopped
Oh,
by Milota.
Vilmanis,
And
nice
yet
shot.
another point-blank
Almost.
chance for the Panthers.
So all the good things I said about Nashville in the first 2 days, Joey, we're not seeing it right now. No, it's kind of all gone to heck. All that tight defense and keeping it to the outside and playing well in their own end. That's a nope and nope in both counts. And credit Florida, again, with their forecheck. That last chance was a chance attacking with some speed. And they're all over Nashville.
Oh, there's a
Ooh.
shot right off the draw by Devine on a clean draw win for the Panthers. And a big save there by Milota. Powell has it. Florida continues to threaten, and a shot from the right circle right on. Save made Milota. Steves through traffic. Good glove save there by Milota to track
They're
that
all
through a
over him
lot of
today.
bodies in
Yeah,
front.
he did. Good job by him there. Yeah, and another guy that you and I were talking about before the game started was Powell on defense for
Andrew,
Florida. Boy, he's
under
really
any
agile.
other
The offensive blue
circumstances,
line,
he
can
might.
really cross over
But
and walk the
there's
blue
just
line
no room
really well
right
from
now.
his left
I
hand,
would
right, he's a
suspect
right-hand
that he's
shot.
our first call
Right
up
now,
now.
he's playing the left side. There's 2 righties out there for
If we
Florida.
get
Not
that
a lot
low
of guys. A lot of
on
guys can do
players.
it one way, but not the other. Powell's good both ways.
Powell, the captain the last 2 seasons at Boston College.
Trey, he's going to look great in
Former
Chicago.
draft
Man.
of the Lightning, as we mentioned in previous broadcasts.
Yeah, exactly.
Steves with a
GP.
backhand feed out in front. Good defensive play by Cole O'Hara. Got it up as far as center, but Havorka was all over him. Now, he moves so well for a big man, doesn't he? He's right there with O'Hara.
Yeah, and he's a threat. When he wades his way in there, he is a big man. He makes contact, and everybody's aware when Havorka's in there.
Just over 8 minutes gone in the first. 2-0 Florida in the lead. Goals from Vilmanis and Janssen. And Nashville struggled breaking the puck out. Here's another instance where they turn it over, and Master Simone got the chance. It's stopped by Milota.
Lethargic. I think
Back
that's
at the
the
point.
word I'll use.
Puck will be held in, and here's
We're
Liam
skating
McClinsky.
circles around them.
Right wing circle. Keeps the play alive by knocking it out of the air to Master Simone. Now Janssen fires.
Oh, nice shot.
A good shot there, shrugged off by the goaltender Milota, and Master Simone collects.
Just
Quickly on the
instantly
attack
trying
again.
to attack
Denied at the
again.
blue line. And recovered by the Predators, who are trying to get something going here in the first period. Black out of the net. First 2 shots for Nashville have been challenging, though. Blacks had to make 2 good saves, but no
GP,
real
they
pressure.
look good. Here we go again.
Korsky breaking in for
Oh,
Florida.
drop
Dropped
it.
back.
Too
Good
late.
lift of the stick there
You waited too late.
by the Predators. To get back.
Real
It's down
damn
the
it,
left
bud.
wing. And to the icing, I believe. Either icing or offside, one of the two. It's called on Nashville.
So
On your
what we
breakdowns,
got,
if
the
you
first-
get the puck,
I think we got the
especially if you're in
Nashville,
corner along the wall in your own zone. The only place you can go is into the middle of the ice.
the
one way or
doubleheader,
another,
I believe, is
unless
Sunday,
you just
right?
go up the boards and play safe and get it out. Nashville's trying to make plays. They were unsuccessful for maybe 5
Because
times
I know
now.
the Dolphins
Sometimes
don't play
you do
Sunday,
just
so
have
we're,
to get it
Sunday,
out
3
and
o'clock
change
and
things
7
up for a little
o'clock.
bit, because Florida continues to get more and more confidence. They
So
continue to forecheck in the same way.
I know we're going to do
Nashville's
both
really struggling
games.
to
I
come
don't
out
know if
under
it's going to
control.
be Kyle and I for both.
And
'Cause he
Florida wants
might
another face-off,
wanna
too.
do some
They've had
football.
early success in the face-off circle as well.
So
which
we'll have to talk with
obviously
him and see
contributes to puck
what we're going to
possession.
do.
March for the Preds. Got it to center ice and follows up the play. Across the line comes Austin Roos, cutting in toward the
Yeah,
middle, but he's
exactly,
all by
Andrew.
himself.
Yeah.
And defended nicely by Brett Chorsky of Florida. Roos will try it again. Sidesteps Heward.
Hey, David.
Powell helped him out.
Oh, man, we are going to have a blast
Davies deep in his own end.
on Thursday.
Chorsky lost it, but
No, Trey, Dolphins
it the
will,
rest
I
of the way to
guarantee they
center.
will not lose
it'll
on
be
Sunday.
Gibson to push it along for Roost. Area pass to Wood. Spun it out front. Florida
Maybe we'll
defended.
get lucky
Souchin
and we'll be
comes up with
talking
it.
about the new GM and head coach.
Backhanded to the left, and Milota had a little bit of trouble with it there.
David,
Scooped it up and held on.
55-17.
So halfway
Miami
through the
will
first
score
period,
more than that.
and
We'll get
Nashville's
some
really had
garbage
nothing
time
going on
stuff.
in the offensive zone. We don't have a shot clock, so
You
I'm not
figure
sure exactly
40
what
to
the
nothing
shots are,
Buffalo
but
at halftime.
Even that, it's not so much even that Florida's had a
And then
ton
Zach
already,
Wilson will
but
come
the time
in
of possession
and look
for
halfway
Florida in
decent,
Nashville's
and then
end,
he'll get
and
hurt.
on the flip
And then
side,
Urs will come in and
Nashville's not
play
getting
the
anything
fourth
done in
quarter.
Florida's
And
end.
since Buffalo will have quit by then, Urs will have 2 great drives, get a couple
Off the
touchdowns,
face-off, Gibson
and
controls
everybody
for the
will want-
Predators. Tipped down,
want him
no
as the
icing.
starter.
The issues have almost compounded for Nashville because it was the turnovers early, but now it's Florida's forecheck.
Demon says, I saw on Hot Take Hockey on his YouTube post video, I saw Lundell in a wild jersey.
Panthers
and Kaprizov
will get
in
out
a
of their own
Panthers
end.
jersey.
Lundmark coming down the
No,
left
thank
side.
you.
Gibson has him tied up and forced him to the corner. Battle on for it. Joey Willis emerges. Whoa,
Oh,
look out. St.
nice
Martin
hit.
with the trip there as he got
Oh,
the
it's
leg
a
out.
trip.
Yeah,
And
he
here comes
missed it.
Willis.
He
Greg.
missed his man there. He was going after Lind, and
Dave says, want to know my luck.
misjudged.
I needed the under in
missed
Dallas
with the
Giants
shoulder,
game
got with
and
the
2 of the
foot.
most
So we'll
inept
get the first power play
offenses
here
in the
for
NFL.
Nashville.
Put
They
up
need some puck
42
possession.
fourth
They
quarter
need some
points.
time in the offensive zone. Naturally scoring a goal. would be a
Oh,
touchdown.
sorry, David.
But
That's why they
sometimes
call
it's
it
the
gambling
little
and not
things, right?
winning,
You got to
right?
build it back in stages. I don't feel like Nashville's forwards have much confidence. yet,
Colin,
not
yeah, I
much
haven't
anything
even had a
going.
chance to
When you
watch.
get on a
I know
power
that's,
play
I
in a
take that
situation
back.
like this,
I watched
halfway
Tyreek
through
and
a
I
first
watched
period,
Tua.
You're down by 2 goals. It's
But
about
last night
building
was
things.
Donna's
Okay,
only
let's
night
keep the
off,
puck.
so I
Let's
didn't
get some
do a
shots
lot
for
more
sure.
other than
Let's
the
get some
recap.
confidence and momentum going here on this power play.
Drake May's solid, you know? Like, he may not be
Martin
Dan
the lead in
Marino,
on the
but he
draw
doesn't.
for the Preds.
At least the
and
times that
controlled
I've
by
seen him
Florida,
play,
but they can't clear it. Up
He at
goes,
least
drive
makes
right on.
smart
and Black
decisions with
saw
the
it
ball.
through traffic. Big Schaefer out in front of the net.
Everyone's
Providing
throwing
the
each other under the
screen in
bus.
front as the Panthers send it down. 1:45 to go in the Nashville power
that's not a
play.
good sign.
2-0 Florida Panthers in the lead. Long stretch, and he's got Schaefer moving in. Heward getting back. Schaefer backhand. Send it high and wide.
Nice play. Ufko is another guy for Nashville. Has done a real nice job in this tournament.
There he is again. Gives it off to Wood. Back to Ufko. One-timer. Black the save.
Black
and boy,
gets
did he
knocked
get
down. Here we
hit
go.
afterwards with a shot by Schaefer.
Quit running over
Going for a loose
Bob.
puck.
Yeah, he got whacked with a stick, Schaefer trying to loosen that thing up. So kind of a
Tank for
slash into the
Carson
belly
Beck.
or the hands there. I think he went back to, I don't think he got roughed up too much. Schaefer got knocked out of there. But back to Ufko for a second. He was one with the long pass
if we lose to the
deep in his own
Jets.
zone to Schaefer, well up the ice, which put Florida.
I mean,
in
I would
trouble.
suppose
So
0-4
heads
would
up play,
definitely do it, right?
Some of the stuff that Ufko has done on defense for
We'll
Nashville.
see how bad it
He's
gets
also
against
defended
Buffalo.
well. Good positional player.
Actually, says I saw that
I
too.
like what
He
he's
asked
done all the
Panther
way
fan in the
around. He
comments,
played in
you
Milwaukee
wouldn't do
last year.
Lundell and
He had
Verhaeghe
30
for
points.
Kaprizov.
He had 8 goals.
What?
You could see he was shooting early on that power.
And I realized that people from the outside don't really understand the Panthers.
We'll regroup.
That's
on
so
the
true, man.
draw here.
No, we wouldn't do Lundell. We wouldn't
Panthers
do
get
Lundell,
another
period.
defensive zone draw on the kill and clear the puck.
Lundell is like the glue that holds the whole thing together because nobody can compete
Ufko
with that
back
as a
for it
third
with
line.
1:10 to go in the Nashville power play.
Lundell
Brady
is a
Martin.
key component.
Slides it in across the
You
line,
cannot be
chases
screwing
after it.
around with
Haborka
that.
slashed him and got away with it. Down it goes.
I've always been
Fields
against
is
that
concussed.
automatic. They let that one
Tyrod
go. You
Taylor.
slash a stick out of a guy's hand. Back in my day, they'd be like, "Hey, kid, hang on to your stick, right? Did you let it go?" I get it when there's a slash and there are breaking points in the shafts of these
Every
sticks.
year,
And
everybody
so
wants
naturally,
us
when a
to
stick
trade
gets broken
Lundell.
in
Not
half,
Panther
pretty easy to
fans,
see it's a
but
slash. But
the rest of the
when a stick
NHL.
just gets knocked out of a hand, like, come on, this is pro hockey. You're not 9 years old anymore.
Here's Noringer with it. I 100% agree with you on that, by the way. Shot by O'Hara right on. Save made and the rebound cleared. I mean,
I'm glad you
Yeah,
agreed.
exactly,
I thought it just
actually.
made me old.
I mean, it's
you
not a
played
third
at a
line.
time where the stick wasn't
Lundell
considered
used to
part
run
of the
in
body, and if you
Marchand.
took a
It's
slash
just-
in the stick, that was just too
It's
bad.
not a
Oh, we got
third line.
scored on like that one time. Bill Barber knocked the stick out of my hand and a pass coming from the corner. He gets it and scores. I'm standing there without a stick in my hand. That was my lesson about holding on to my stick.
Here's a steal by Florida and a chance
here
to
we go
on
again.
one. Steve's moving in. He shoots.
What?
And Milota
Nice
makes
camera
the save
work.
in the dying seconds. And
Come
a Florida
on, dude.
penalty.
Who did
Yeah,
that?
that was a real good save there. He was real patient. I like the way Minolta made that save.
Who did that?
Minolta has been not under siege, but he's certainly had his flashes where Florida's been all over him.
Right, Axel?
Steve's just made one move, to get on to
Trey
his
says Lundell
forehand.
from Marchand
He
was
being
very frustrating
pressured from the
15 minutes,
inside,
wasn't
so
it?
He took his shot.
was
It didn't
worried
go,
about
but we
that.
Credit Milota for making a solid save there.
Really keeps the Predators in this hockey game. 2-0 the score, 7:05 to go in the first. Turnover again, and Tellier snapped it just wide as Gibson went up the middle. Roost trying to force it out of the end.
Boy,
Followed
they
up
just
by
can't, they
Mateer,
can't
and
clear the puck.
he gives way for Gibson, but the forecheck pressure is on from Master Simone.
There we
Gibson dealing with a rolling puck. Able to one-hand it deep. Predators trying to get their forecheck going.
go. Real.
Allshirt forcing a turnover here, and Martin's got it. Put it out in front. No one was there. Gibson off the point with a drive.
Well,
that was
when
blocked
Kyle
by Tellier.
announced it, 'cause I
Gibson
was
again
walking.
shoots from a sharp angle, and Black
I think I was walking into the recap
by
room
Florida and a delayed icing call.
to do the video on because it was basically 3:00.
Turning things around slowly.
And my
here.
first
A little
thought
bit better
when they said we got Marchand,
Nashville.
I was like,
that's the story. The power
who
play
are
gives
we
them the
moving
chance to
and
do
where
that.
are we
Power
putting
play
him?
wasn't great by any means, but sometimes you just got to stop the bleeding first.
But then when it was
Little
basically
zone
just
time.
not
This
basically, it was
forecheck
just for a
forced a
pick.
turnover. That's a positive for Nashville. 6:20 to go in the first period. Martin wins the drawback, but it splits the
I
defense.
can't believe we got him so cheap.
March on the chase. Along with Alex Wang, number 98. Hunter St. Martin. Denied at the line, and Kemmel will turn
I mean,
back.
Nashville just can't get any kind of flow
Turnover
going
at center, and
whatsoever.
Powell
We
will
were
rip
just
it in.
all over them. Nice little
St.
hit
Martin, a
there.
big check in the corner along with Hayden Barch.
Nashville looks like they don't want to be there.
St. Martin. He is definitely not shy. You can tell that comes off that Memorial Cup tournament. And
Andrew, I think that as long as he can play third line minutes
to the start of this season, he moves well.
And he doesn't have any, major
he can turn the
injuries happen. I think another 2 or 3 years.
Black had to make a save to pick him up.
At least 2 more
Alex
years
Wang
of him
from the
being
point
what we
shoots.
saw in the playoffs. I
in
think
front.
that's feasible.
And play by Hovorka
When we
again.
first got him, Paul from
And
the
Martin
locker
will
room,
swing it
he's a
in deep.
Bruins fan. And what he said to me, the
Nikolai
first thing he
Hovorka.
said to me was that he felt like Marchand
Up the
still
wall
had a
for
lot of
Torski,
gas in the
and it
tank,
bounced
but
away from him,
maybe
and
he
Schaefer's
needed
all the way
less
back.
minutes, third line minutes.
Nashville trying to get a clean breakout here. But a bouncing puck
And
alluded
so
Kostov.
you seen what happened when he
And they'll
came
have to try
back.
it again. This one's flipped out of play.
Colin, yeah, that's what
Over
I'm
the mesh
hoping
by
too,
Schaefer,
right?
And we'll get a neutral zone face-off at 4:54 to go in the
A
first.
real
Panthers leading it 2-0.
Tough for the goaltenders, right? When you're a young goaltender.
Oh, we haven't gotten
there's
that.
so
We haven't
much
got to that part of the
change in
game yet.
goaltending at the NHL level, which now trickles down to the American League and down to the East
Yeah,
Coast.
Colin, I'm hoping
East
they give
Coast
Black a
League.
full,
From there, I think guys
if they
like
make,
Cooper
when they get
Black
to the playoffs,
last
that
year were
Black
probably
is
an
the
example
guy.
of that, right? And there's only one net out there and only a couple of goalies at a time on each team, and so it's tough for these guys to work their way up the food chain sometimes.
Edstrom leaves it for Ufko.
Yeah, exactly,
Ufko
David.
shoots, and that trickles just wide.
I was kind of
Edstrom
hoping
on
we
the
would have had a
rebound, centered
Bobrovsky
it to
extension this
Noringer.
summer.
Ufko back to the slot. Not on the same page there. Schaefer fires. It was blocked and it hit Kostov in front. Noringer kept it alive. Schaefer to Noringer. Loves to shoot. There it is.
We
It missed
didn't
on the
get
short side.
the Bobrovsky extension
by Bush.
earlier.
Kostov to
If
Edstrom
for-
with room.
Well,
And Black got a
if
piece
for
of that.
no other reason, I don't feel like
Nashville
having a
pressure
bunch
here.
of the conjecture
Trailing
from the
2-0.
media and the
From
fans
the point, a
about
long shot. Blocked
are
by
we going
Josh
to move
Davies.
on from Bobrovsky?
Schaefer. Checked by Heward.
Like I just kind of wanted a nice, solid two
big
more
boys
years,
there,
and we
and
already
Heward
know
won
what
the
the
battle.
deal is.
Bush was tripped up by Ufko, and away comes Goysick.
Tracy
Dropped it
Ball's
back
going
to
to sign
Ufko.
4 by 8
Shoots,
and a
and Black
quarter.
with a great save right there.
Boy, he's made 2 dandy saves.
4's a little
right
bit.
in the prime
4's a
scoring
little
area
bit.
in front of the net.
Nashville turning it on, trying to get on the board. Goysick behind the net. 11 multi-point games.
Yeah,
last year
exactly,
for Kelowna
Craig,
in
with
the Western
Marchand,
League.
yeah.
For Hiroki Goysick. Here's a turnover by
Here we
Lynn.
go.
Vilmanis is gone.
Vilmanis.
Vilmanis in the clear. Backhand is stopped.
Oh,
and he
just
went
got
tumbling into the end
into the boards, and now he's hurt.
Yeah.
Caught an edge.
Yeah, he
Oh,
got tripped up by the
crap.
goaltender too, which is not his fault. I mean, Milota making a heck of a save there. It's a flat-out breakaway. Vilmanis, who had a really, really good game, day one, was solid in day 2, but not as noticeable, at least for me. He
Where
made
the
a
hell's the
really good
training
play at his
staff?
own
Why are
blue
they
line
not
here
out
and
there with
turned
him
things
yet?
around. And he got the breakaway because of his own doing. He goes in and goes forehand,
what
backhand,
happens?
and he gets his leg taken out by the goaltender,
God.
Milota. Milota's just making the save, so there's no harm, no foul as far as penalty
All
goes.
right, he
But
seems to be
that doesn't make Vilmanis feel any better, having piled
functional.
into the boards.
Andrew. Yeah, that's true.
Back up under his own power and skating to the bench. That's got to hurt. Full speed. Your back turned.
Well,
to
they
the
should be
boards
back
and
now, right, Vincent?
Really, no control at that point, right? Of how hard you go in. You're just.
He's going right
I
to
mean,
the room.
we
They'll-
got a
they'll
game
check
in
him
6
out.
days, I assume.
Exactly what's going on there.
Yeah, all right. I just wonder what he hit.
So this brings,
That was a violent.
with Vilmanis going out,
That was violent.
opportunity
David says he's young. He'll
for
be
maybe
okay.
another forward to
Yeah,
get a
he
little bit
looked
more
all right.
time in the final day.
He really slammed into those boards.
St.
though.
Martin battling. Mateer gave him a rough ride.
Boy, Nashville is playing with fire in front of their
Crosser feed
net.
through the middle, looking for Kalen Lind. And he'll scoop it deep. Merrick Alsher with the puck.
I see what you're saying, Vincent.
Bounce it
Right.
across to his defense partner, and the Preds knock it down at center, but then give it right back. 2:25 to go in the first. 2-0 Florida in the lead.
I know we've got a lot of
Vilmanis, who's
PTOs.
since gone out injured with the first goal.
I gotta feel
and
like
Ludwig
that's
Janssen
camp
with
bodies
the
so
second
that our
tally,
guys
both coming off Nashville defensive zone
don't
turnover.
really have to do much in the preseason.
Ryder Ralston from in behind his own net.
And
he
for-
coughed it up to Tellier.
Here we
Tellier
go
walks
again.
out in front,
Oh!
shoots, and a save by
Nice
Milota.
save.
Tellier with a really smart forecheck there. He guessed right about where the pass was
I
going to
guess
be
with the
coming out from
PTOs,
behind the Nashville
we
net.
want to see what
Turned it
guys
over,
having
looped out of the corner and got his own
in case
scoring
we
chance.
end up having to make a trade
Ralston
later.
checks Mastro Simone
maybe
off
we
the
find
puck.
somebody that
Powell
can help
regroup,
us
along with Havorka.
later on for 7 and a
Mastro
quarter
Simone knocks down a
or whatever
bouncing
minimum
puck
wage
and-
is.
corrals it along the wall, cycles it. Kicked away from Tellier, though, and the Preds are back on it. A quick pass for Wood, but Austin Roost was unable to get it back, and Florida controls. With 1:20 to go in the first, Panthers lead it 2-0 over Nashville. Havorka shoots in. Milota out to play it. Flagged down by Josh Davies of Florida. But it'll be taken back by the Predators. And Brady Martin to center ice for Kemmel. Knocked out of the air, and a hand pass is called.
Buck
on
05 left.
Nashville
All
in the
right.
neutral zone with 1:05 to go in the first.
One of the things you have to learn when you're a young player at the pro level, you're going to have really smart guys on the forecheck. And for Florida,
Yeah,
as
thank
good
you,
as they
Andrew.
are, in
Yeah,
that
everybody hit that
department,
like button.
forecheckers can
Appreciate
come
that.
in and sometimes make a guess or where they think the pass is going to go from that defenseman. If they guess right, it's a steal, looks like a great play, and the defenseman that turns the puck over looks like the GOAT, and he is. You can't afford to be wrong, and when you're
that's a bad
forechecker, you
giveaway.
can't afford to be wrong.
Uh-oh.
Here's a steal and a chance for
geez.
Nashville. Wait, a backhand chance.
What did he miss
And that
it?
was denied by Black as Brady Martin made the move.
Yeah, and that's why all of the 6'6" came into play there.
Some of
right
these guys
leg,
trying
nice
to make
save by
fancy
Black.
plays.
40 seconds to go in the period. Brady Martin will try it again. Martin wide on Chorsky, shot off the mask
Good-
of Black.
Good
And
save.
he'll gather
Off
in the
mask.
rebound. And here's a little frustration showing from Joachim Kemmel off to the side of the net.
Brady Martin coming in with some speed. Nice job. Doesn't have a whole lot to look at because Black is so big, but you got to give Black a lot of credit there. I mean, he's a big man, but you still have to hug that post, and you have to keep your head in it. There was absolutely no room. That's why he got that one, I think, off the side of the mask, and because Martin had, picked it pretty clean right under the joint of the crossbar on the goalpost, but Black was jammed up against that post all the way along, and he made the save. Penalty. Like
Got a
penalty
penalty?
dished out. I'm not sure what they called there, but Nashville's down a man, right?
Yeah, roughing was the call on O'Hara.
They called a roughing call, huh? Okay.
Didn't look like much, but
Huh.
So Florida will
Craig,
go on their
yeah.
first power play of the
Yeah,
game.
the whole
here
team
late
looks
in the
better.
period,
For
to
sure.
extend to a 3-goal advantage.
Not that they look bad, but they look really engaged today. Nashville looks like they're ready to go take their afternoon nap.
Sauchin on the draw. I think it speaks to how close these games have really been as the linesman goes down.
You
Looks
gotta
be okay. The
figure
puck is cleared down. If Florida scores the next one, it would be the first 3-goal lead of the tournament.
yeah.
if Black
Yeah,
does
it's been
well
very tight.
for a
We've
full
got
year,
one-goal
maybe he's the
games
backup
essentially
next
every
year.
single game.
But you never
Here's
know how
Steve's moving
Tarasov's
right
going to do.
in and followed up his dumping attempt. Bumped into the goaltender Milota. He's got it again. Out in front to Sauchin. Back to Janssen.
It's a
Late in the
good
period,
question,
chance
Andrew.
here. Janssen shoots. Knocked down.
Oh.
Steve's a
Oh,
chance.
boy, right at the
And
end there.
Milota comes up big, and now here's a two-hand chop from Master Simone, and everybody's involved out in front of the net.
Yeah, the 6'6" defenseman from the
Malota was
Rangers.
really good save there. He was quick.
We got a lot
He
of
settled in
PTOs,
pretty
yeah.
quick here. Made some nice saves. even though
Leftover
he's down by a
meatloaf.
couple.
There you go, David.
So that'll do it for the opening period of play. The Panthers with the early
He
pressure.
started one preseason game last year.
Forced
All
some
right, well, then I
turnovers
guess
inside the Nashville zone. and make the most of it on goals from
Did we
Sandis
even see
Vilmanis
Bob much last
and
year in the preseason? I don't remember much.
Ludwig Janssen. And after one
I think
period
it
of
was
play,
mostly night,
it's
wasn't
2-0 in favor of Florida. And Brian,
I
Nashville
saw the
really
sign
seemed to
that
get
said,
their
watch
legs,
out for
but
flying
it took
pucks.
a while for them to get started in this
And
one.
I
things weren't going well for them after
almost
the
thought
first
it
2
was a
days of
flying
playing.
fluffy sign.
Really good
All right,
solid
I can
defense.
take these off
They got
for
pulled apart, and
a few minutes
first 2
here.
goals
Let me
were of their own
mute
doing.
this.
I mean, it was bad turnovers. Puck possession is
So we
one
can-
thing
well, we'll
inside
just
your
leave
own
it so
zone.
you
You've
guys
got to be
can hear
careful because if you're making plays
Okay,
from the
so it's
outside
2-0
or
at
the
the end
corner
of the
of your
first
end
period.
into
They
the
look
middle
good.
of the
They
ice,
look
and
very,
it goes
very
wrong,
involved.
you're stuck in the corner, and it's an instant scoring.
And I'm
chance.
just
That's exactly
wondering,
what happened for Florida. It
I
happened
know
to us
somebody
the
said
other
they
times,
saw
too,
Barkov
where
on
it
the
didn't
ice
go in the
last
back of
week.
the net. They
So,
settled down a
do
little
we
bit.
have a
There's
date?
time to keep it on the wall and keep it out and get it out any way you can.
Do we have a date for when
Florida
they're going to be
Panther
on the
hockey
ice
is
at
forecheck,
camp?
put
I
you
mean,
under
it's Monday. The
constant
game
stress
is
again
Sunday.
and again
So,
and again. And are you going to execute the right way every single
David.
time? The couple of times that you don't, we're going to
GB, the
hurt you.
doubleheader
And
versus
that's pretty
Nashville
much
most
the
likely
epitome.
should be
So
Bobby
that's
and
how that first period
Tarasov.
went.
When Nashville finally did break through later
Yeah.
on in the period, Cooper Black was there, and
We'll
we've
see,
been
'cause,
impressed with his play throughout the
We
tournament.
didn't.
I have.
Who
Look,
played?
he's
Yeah,
a big
the
man,
Russian
6'6",
played yesterday.
right? He's the biggest goaltender here.
Did they play Bussy at all? Is
He
it
doesn't
is
have
that
to
how you say
move much,
Bussy or
and
is it
that's the
Bussy?
key. When you
Did he
get
play it
too
all on
erratic
Saturday?
and you're all over the place and you start making sensational saves, it's
When I
great
went
to have
down
a
there,
sensational
one of my
save every
favorite
once in a while.
spots by
But if
the
you're
arena.
sensational all the time,
Well, I was only
something's
down
wrong,
there.
right? You're not in good position.
I mean,
You're
like
overplaying the
literally, I was
position,
only down
and that's
there
only
4
4
to
by
games.
6. And so when you're a 6-foot
And I,
goaltender, you
know,
don't have
I
to move
was,
very far.
I lived
But
down
he's
there
been
when they
out
were
at
when
his
they
angle
built
at the right
Sawgrass
time.
Mills.
He's very good in
Before
tight.
they, I
He
mean,
showed
they've
a couple of
obviously added
flashy
on a
saves
ton
there,
to it.
too. The
Since
one
I
save I
used
was
to
kind of
be
watching.
there. I
He
used
made a
to
shoulder
go
save
to,
there. He did not commit
I
early.
think it was a
Black played
Bird
really well.
Eyes
I think overall
outlet
he's been
in
the
the
best
mall.
goalie in the tournament.
It was
Florida
either
can
Bird
extend to a
Eyes,
3-goal lead.
Macy's.
They have a
It might have
minute
been
28 of
Macy's.
power play time that'll carry
But they
over
had the
into
outlet
period number
store
2
there,
after one period
and
of
I
play.
used to get
Final day of the
these
2025
nice
NHL
silk
Prospect
shirts,
Tournament presented by Florida Blue.
solid
Florida
color,
Panthers
silk
too,
collared
and the
shirts.
and
I
the,
wore them all the time.
and,
$5.
excuse me, the Nashville
$5.
Predators. The Nashville Predators.
Because they weren't big sellers. And they had some with the crazy patterns and all of that, but I like the solid colors. But in that area, the only reason I ever really had to be in that area before that mall was to go fishing. There wasn't a whole lot out there. All right, I'll stop sharing this for now because they're just gonna have music, and then we'll come back. We'll come back when we're back. Yeah, we used to drive out that way to go fishing off. I guess it's 27, right? You know, but now they got houses all the way. There's housing communities where I used to go fishing as a kid down there. Not on the west side of the road, but on the east side of 27. There's definitely houses where we used to just be able to pull off to the side of the road. I haven't been out that way in so long. I don't know if any of that land is still left because you couldn't build west of 27, but you could build east of 27. So did they build like right up to the road? Because I know there were some areas that we used to just stop off at the side of the road and we'd get some shiners and fish for bass. Spaceman is not getting cooler, right? It had gotten cooler. It's not bad. It's 76 today. So it's about normal September weather here. We had a really cool end of August. Then it's kind of warmed up over the last few days. Vincent, are these new headphones? No, they're the same ones. They're the same ones. Well, you think I would spend money on new headphones? Hell no. Huh? So once we get to camp next week, I think Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to let you guys know what's going to be happening for the season. It's going to be a change in the programming during the day, but I want to make sure everything I'm doing is exactly how it's going to be before I make an announcement. But it will be a rather large change for what's going on during the day. Spaceman says Sawgrass will turn 40 by the time our arena turns 30. God, it's been that long, hasn't it? Yeah, I guess so. Hey, Silva. So Vilmanis has been really good. He's got a goal today. He had a goal in the first game. I'm not sure if he got one yesterday or Saturday, but then he hurt himself. He just tumbled into the boards. It's hard to tell if it was just a shoulder, if he hit his head, if he hit his leg, but he got up under his own power and seemed to be, okay-ish. And then Sachin has been decent. Horvolka's been decent. Cooper Black really has looked good, but he's so big. Like, he just makes these great saves. You don't have to move. It's incredible. Vincent, I can share with us what I'm spending. I'll go for Bills, Vincent. The only thing that I got was I spent $100 or like $80. Actually, no, it was $130. The camera I bought for the streaming, because I'm using this one up here, but the good one that I bought for streaming the games was $130, but it was only $80 because my sister gave me $50 for my birthday. It's quite literally the only thing I bought that has been anything different other than just paying the bills and buying food. I haven't spent any of it. I mean, it's being spent on bills and food. So it is what it is. I wish it was I was rich now, but it definitely got me through to where now we got hockey, and I didn't have to start OnlyFans. Silva, St. Martin he hasn't been overly noticeable. He hasn't been over. Divine had a really nice goal. As long as he can get open in space. Vincent, yeah. Yeah, Vincent, some days, if I'm really feeling lucky with the money, I'll eat 3 meals in one day. If I really got a lot of money, I'll eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have I done some fishing in the ponds or rivers by you? Yeah, this year was disappointing because the river's just right down the road. But spring was great, and then we had about a week where we were almost 100 degrees every day, and the water temperature got so hot and the oxygen level got so low, and it just blew up with grass to where the water was basically unfishable, and there's no fish. So the only place to go catch the fish now for the rest of this year, I can't go right down the road and just pop in and wait. I got to get the kayak in the van and go to the Coast Guard beach and actually get out into the bay. It's a lot of work. It doesn't sound like a lot of work, but I don't feel right. Like, am I going to take some time to, go fishing, or if I'm going to just continue to try to work to build things? I don't do well when I'm stressed about my work and going and taking time for myself. I'll get to the gym. That's about all I'd be able to do. We had a great spring fishing. The spring fishing was the best we'd seen it. I was catching catfish. I was catching big perch, way bigger than we normally do. And then we had that heat wave, and it just, every time I went out there since then, just nothing. Water got too hot. And then the grass is just, you can't cast. It's unfortunate. Am I collecting the rockfishes or what? No, I haven't been, because how I would usually go would be like, I go to the post office, I did my work. So, I just stop by at the river for 15, 20 minutes and just stand on the shore and throw, and I catch fish most of the time. But this year I haven't been able to do that because the grass is just taking over. So it kind of was like, if I want to go, I got to put the kayak in and drive all the way to the beach and paddle out into the bay, and it's too much work. It's too much work. And I'm not overly a fan of, I know sharks can be anywhere, but I feel pretty comfortable in my 3 feet of brackish, muddy water. But going out into the bay in my kayak where you start getting into 10, 15, 20 feet of water, and there's bull sharks and shit out there, I'm not all that urgent. I don't feel an urgency to get in my kayak and float in that water. Just, I've tried it a couple of times, and I go fishing to feel good and relax, you know what I mean? And sitting there floating in the middle of the bay in a kayak in 15 feet of water, it don't relax me. It's not relaxing at all. Plus, I get the vertigo because you get out there, it gets a little bit choppy, a boat goes by, moves the kayak around, and I start getting the motion sickness that way. So have not been fishing. It is about another week, and the rockfish should come into the river. There are some parts of the river where there's some deeper parts of the river, like 5-6 feet, that the grass isn't so bad. So I'm hoping that, because they call it Rocktober around here, because October is when you really catch the bigger rockfish. They call it Rocktober. So I'm hoping once we get a first good cool snap that I can get out there in some of the deeper water and at least catch some fish. Rogers Arena got new seats. How long? Our arena is getting up there in age, right? Yeah, the Canucks Arena. I always liked the idea when they refurbish the old ones. I wish that they would have just refurbished the Orange Bowl. That was sad, man. It's just like the state of the Dolphins, decrepit and just needing to be torn down completely. Oh, hey, at least it's Thursday night, right? At least it's Thursday night, so we won't have to deal with it over the weekend. Because Sunday we got the two games anyway. 2 Panther games already on Sunday. So I guess they shouldn't they be doing, don't they have like a media day the first day where everybody comes in and does their interviews and all of that? That should be tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest, right? Because you got the first 2 days of camp, the hard ones. So if that's Wednesday and Thursday, then we play Sunday. So maybe if the 2 days of hard camp are Wednesday and Thursday, they have Friday, Saturday off. I don't know. Any day now. I kept waiting for them to for the website to have an announcement that, this is the day, but I haven't seen anything on Twitter. I haven't seen anything from George. Are we back? I hear the announcers talking. I guess we're getting there again. Okay, let me get this going. Okay, put the glasses back on.
Sleepy in the
okay.
In the first period. Let's put it
That's
that way.
already full screen. We're good.
The emotion was getting elevated too. That always helps.
We talked about Cooper Black at the end of the first period because Nashville's got the goose egg up, but also on the flip side, this game could be a lot
young guys, you
apart
see
than
me
it is right now. Milota made some big
earplugs in my ears so I can put my headphones on.
We hadn't
Let
seen
this
him,
be a lesson to you.
Much at all until today.
I didn't listen
Black,
to
we saw the first
my
game.
elders.
So Black had to sit a long time.
I would just
at the beginning,
Music
didn't have any shots at all.
into my
And then he had
ears.
a couple of real dandies he had to make saves on.
You're gonna hurt your
Malota, he was under
eardrums.
pressure a lot early on. There
And
was a bit of
now
a
I have to
stretch
put
there where he got a
earplugs
little
in my
relief,
ears
and then Florida came
to
right
even
back
wear
at
the
him again,
headphones at a
especially
low
with the
volume
power play.
because
So
of
he's
all
made some
the
really good saves.
of all the music I
he's had a
blasted
little
into
bit of
my
rebound
ears,
control
paying no
problem.
attention
I
to
think he's
the
kicked out a
warnings
few,
about what
but,
would happen to my
nerves,
ears
etc. in his first time
because it
around,
was so
first
loud.
period. We'll see how Malota goes going in here, but
So
yeah,
I'm
it would
paying
be a
for
lot
that.
more than 2-0 down if it wasn't for the
I'm paying for
Nashville
that.
goaltender.
Power play for the Panthers to start. 1:28.
All right, so we still
carries
got a
over on the
buck
penalty
20 of
to
power play
O'Hara,
time.
and that was because of a skirmish off to the side of the net. Saw a little bit of that in the first period and some extracurriculars between the two teams. And the last day, Brian, guys are trying to make an impression however they can. And for Nashville in particular, things didn't go particularly well in the first period. So they have to try to make an impression somehow, and maybe physically is the way to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Although I thought it was a little edgier. I think everybody was so amped up on day one, right? It was just sort of a little reckless on day one. Again, understandable. The play was more wide open. It was a little more
For
reckless.
those of you that follow the football
yesterday
channel,
was
Cobb
better.
will be live at 3 o'clock
All
over there.
four teams sort of settled into
I'll be
structure
mowing the
and
grass from
remembering how to
about
play a real game
3 to
after a long
4:30.
summer
So
of
expect
whatever
some
kind of
Panther
training you were
news
doing.
during that period
All
of
right,
time.
underway in the second. Florida in red on the power play.
Or it could be Dolphin news.
Nashville in yellow.
Well, I doubt we get
Panthers
any
lead at
Dolphin
2-0
news
and trying to extend to a 3-goal
until
lead.
we're at least
Meklinski
0-3.
bounces it over to Master Simone, who knocked it out of the air and control. Centering pass right out front to
Let's go. Come on, make it
Janssen at
3-0.
the point. Steves down the wall for Master
right in
Simone,
front.
side of the net. Thought about a jam play.
What was that?
Took it in behind. Janssen just out in front for Sauchin, and that just missed the net. Excuse me, that was Meklinski who set it up. Janssen from the point. Steves
Yes,
quickly to
Spaceman, I
Sauchin.
agree.
Good stick by Ufko to break it up and out of the zone.
Yeah, the early stages there, Ufko's got to be careful. He's played well, I thought, but he went way too high up near the blue line. He's a D-man, and they're shorthanded.
Sauchin denied. Steves
stayed
holds it
in?
right on the blue
Okay.
line. Divine. Janssen. Steves fans on the
He
one
fanned
time.
on it.
25 to go in the Florida power play. Steves actually broke his stick. Unable to clear it with Schaefer. Tellier held it in. Christophe Tellier back to the point. It's Janssen.
What's that, Vincent?
picks it up
I
to his
can't hear
forehand.
you, Vincent.
Nice keep there. And a pass
I
to
can't hear you.
Janssen. Backdoor to Divine. It was just a little too tight for him. Kemmel gets to the puck on the boards. Penalty time down to 3 seconds. St. Martin out of the corner. Divine right to the net. Poke check
Dang.
nicely by Milota.
The camera is so
Divine
far
put
away
it in
from the
front for
net.
a tip right
It's
on
really
by
hard to
Tellier.
see
Save made.
when they get
And
that
the
quick
cover.
action in front.
Divine and St. Martin smart. They've played well together. They've had Steves on that line here. That's been, I think, their most dangerous line for Florida. And they showed it there again. A little 2-on-1 coming out of the corner. They turn the puck over, make 2-on-1, put the Nashville Predators under stress, make them make another big save, and now another face-off inside Nashville's end.
1:35 gone in the second. Nashville does kill off that penalty that carried over. Florida wins another draw, but unable to keep it in at the line was Eamon Powell. Fire it back in, and forecheck pressure on from the Panthers. Alex Kostov, the OHL Flint Firebirds, here on an invite. Got it ahead for Noringer, but Havorka was there. Dangerous pass worked out for Florida, at least for the time being. Now it's turned over once again, and the Predators have it. Long point shot, save made by Black. There was a rebound
right
there,
but he couldn't
unable
get
to control it was Edstrom. Havorka's got the puck. Off a Nashville player to no icing. Forces the chase from Kostov. Penalty coming up.
Yep. On us? No. It's on
I
Nashville.
think it's going to Nashville.
Yeah.
Looks like it, yeah. Actually, I thought it was going to Florida, but yeah, definitely it is.
Kazoom says, can we get all games on YouTube? I'd gladly pay more to watch it.
Kostov,
right?
Penalty box.
So what's interesting,
Good year last year in
Kazuma,
Flint for
is
Kostov, 45
the
points.
game
in
stream
68
that I
games,
did
68
for the
games,
first
playing the
game.
full OHL schedule last
It
year.
didn't get copyrighted because of the footage,
And the Panthers
but
right
you hear
back
the
to
music
power
in the
play.
background.
They're
At
second
the
of the game, they're 0
arena,
for 1.
I guess the
Sauchin wins
audio
another
got
draw.
picked up on about 3 or 4 of those
Steve.
songs. So,
Janssen
like,
shoots. It leaks through.
oh, that's it.
Oh, it looked like that
I
puck
thought
crossed the
that
line,
was
but it was
in.
washed out. Janssen shoots again. Save made by the goaltender.
Man, that looked like I
Belota.
was in.
That
I
was
guess
Wang
not.
that saved the day for Nashville, pulled that puck off the line.
Puck will be cleared all the way down the
Vincent
ice.
says, I miss skating
by
in fresh
Joey
ice
Willis.
indoors. I haven't been to an ice skating rink,
Panthers have
I
it.
think, since I was in the service in Alaska.
McClinsky.
I'm
On a
pretty
return feed
sure
from
I never
Steves,
went
hits
to
the
another
line.
ice skating rink.
And couldn't get it deep.
When I got
Predators
back.
take it away and shoot it all the way
Yeah,
down.
no
3
video
minutes
replay,
gone in the
right?
second. And a minute 15 to go in the Panther man advantage.
Is that right? Andrew Demidov was playing in the rookie tournament for Montreal? That's not fair.
Devine will wind it up.
That's not right.
Roos takes his lane, so he drops to Steves and then turned it over.
Oh, that was bad.
Back the other way. Matthew Wood, shorthanded, shoots, saved by Black.
That's the kind of play that Wood makes. That's what makes him effective. At his own blue line, real nice steal, gets a partial break down the wing, just makes a good, solid shot. Good positioning, good ability to read the plays and then turn it into something offensively for Wood.
Devine to Powell. Back to Devine. 35 to go. One-timer by St. Martin, blocked by Schaefer, and he cleared.
Dang it.
Schaefer's been very noticeable in this game. He's had some scoring chances. That was a big block there on the penalty kill for Nashville.
Powell will break it out with 20 to go on the advantage. Devine down right wing with speed. Pass hit the referee's skate.
Devine can skate.
Tellier for
No doubt
Devine
about that.
out near the blue line. Devine protects with 3 to go on the power play. A backhand sails wide. Ulsher off the point. Chipped away by Gibson, and here's a 3-on-2 Nashville.
Uh-oh.
Martin across the line. The lead man, O'Hara, is stopped by Black.
Good job.
Really nice setup there. That's a way to execute a 3-on-2. Florida got caught there. O'Hara ends up with a brilliant scoring chance there. Kemmel up on the play. Gibson involved as well, too. Nice stuff.
Martin fans on this one-timer. Off the skate at Chorsky in deep. Milota plays it. Around for Joachim Kemmel. Center ice said blew up on Barch, but he'll stay in there after it. The defenseman deep in the play, wrapped up by Hovorka.
That weak side D-man jumping up on the play, that's a big part in professional hockey when you're coming out of your own zone and there's an overload on one side. You're that weak side D in front of the net, jump up on the play like Barch did a real nice job of adding to the offense as well as getting out on the breakout very cleanly.
Kostov collects on the boards. Rink wide for Edstrom. This time it's Wang up in the rush. Nashville might be doing this to try to get some offense generated. They're down 2-0 here. 5.5 gone in the second. Kostov threw it backdoor and just missed Noringer, who was wide open at the side of the net.
One of those Predators went
hit.
flying.
The one mark went in for a check and got the worst of it as Reed Schaefer got a piece of him. Icing call here, Ufco just ahead of Steves. And we have a look at that shot from the point here, Brian. It might have gone into the net.
Did
Johnson.
it? Now they're going to show the replay.
Good reversal play here for Florida. Get the shot from the point. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, we thought Wang came in and saved the day. It's hard to tell for us.
Yeah.
We're on a very flat position, very close to the ice. So we're not looking down. It was tough to tell. They didn't count it. So that's all that matters is what's on the scoreboard officially.
Yeah, that was a goal.
And it remains 2-0 Florida as we're back to even strength. O'Hara came out of the penalty box and got that opportunity on a 3-on-2. But again, Cooper Black was there. Matthew Wood behind the net. Centering pass, and Roos just sent it wide. Hard hit along the wall. Now a battle for the puck right in front of the penalty boxes. It'll be Davies to jam it deep and start the line change for the Panthers. Schaefer out of his own zone, misses Wood. And this will
there's
be
icing.
icing. That's just one little example of how much of a struggle it's been for Nashville to break out.
Yeah, Nashville
Wood
has
had some
not
room there,
had
but just
much
missed
in
the
the
pass.
way of
Yeah, just a little off. The game's
any
moved out.
opportunities, honestly.
Early stages here of this
They had a
second
couple.
period.
There's no shot
Jonas
clock, so we
obviously
don't
is
know.
on
But
Nashville to get something
Panthers
going.
have
They're
pretty
down by
much
2 on the scoreboard.
dominated this game.
Sauchin
It
moves
should be
into the
3-0.
face-off circle. Obviously, we don't have the exact face-off stats, but it feels like he's won a lot of them today. Heward from the point. Off another clean draw win. Shot went wide and the rebound in the corner. Bush back to Cameron. Wrist shot right on. Pad save made by the goaltender Milota. Master
David,
Simone
yeah, I hear you.
protects it.
I guess
Checked
this
down
is
to
no
the ice by
replay.
Schaefer. Gave him a rough ride.
Andrew, no, we got a
One
riding
shot will
mower.
be gobbled up by the goaltender Milota.
We did
There's that
push
Florida force
last year because the
Use
mower
the wall.
broke and I had
They
to
can
get a
hit
new
the big
one.
Play. Back to Simone, get it puck back to the point.
But it's
DDT,
too much with the
get it
3
back down
acres.
low.
We can't keep up.
Wear teams out. Particularly effective in second periods, of course, where you can strand guys out there a
Because
long
the
way
grass
from
here,
their
it
own
doesn't
bench.
really get overly tall, but it's
feel like
really,
important
really
to note with this
thick
Florida
and
club,
wet.
Obviously, not as many draft
So,
pick prospects as most teams
Even
because
if you
of where
spent
they've
an
been
hour
at the
push
NHL
mowing
level.
every day, by the
But
time
they
you
do
get
have a
done
very
with the 3
veteran crew
acres,
here. A
it's
lot of
time to start
24-year-olds
the other
on this
other
prospect
parts
team
again.
and guys that have AHL and pro experience.
Yeah,
David, yeah, it's probably lack of cameras,
they've-
right?
whoa,
Look out.
Whoa, here we go again
Look
into the
out.
boards.
That's a dangerous play right there.
That's for sure.
Here we go, a little
that
bit
was
of
a
sauce
little ugly.
going.
That was Carson Cameron that got tripped up. It was an icing call. He got his feet kind of kicked out from underneath him. So he was down sliding in. That was Goysick. That's the way I saw it anyway. That Goysick knocked him down. Then they both end up sliding into the end wall.
Did we see Vilmanis
Cameron
come
was
back
not a
yet?
happy man. I don't blame him. They're okay.
Yeah.
Now there's a couple of extra
Here we
shots
go.
here. A couple of cross checks and shots.
No
to
stats
the,
either,
to the back of
GP.
the head. Shea Bush with a shot to the back of Kalen Lind. So I'm thinking we'll probably get a couple of guys.
Andrew,
up
no, I
through
don't
the heels
listen
here
to
for a minute or
anything.
So yeah, Heward
I just have the
started
headphones on.
chucking him a little bit there, so he's gone to the box. So is Mateer for Nashville.
But a lot
Two
of
of the-
times that's when
Two of
I'll
the big
sit
boys,
and
one
get
from each team,
ideas
came in
for
to settle things
you know,
down and to
the
stick up
videos
for
and
their own
everything.
teammates. Avorka is 6'6", McTeer is 6'5".
Let's see if Goysick stays in the hockey game here. That was a slew foot.
Yeah, that was nasty
I
for
agree
sure.
there,
The play
JC.
was over. The goaltender clearly had the puck. It was going to be held. And that's how the scrimmage started.
This is a little bit of a longer break here.
See if
Feel
we
like
can
we
pick up
got
the calls
commercial.
here, but Florida's going to the power play.
Another power
Extra
play.
2-minute penalty on the board, and it is to Hiroki Goysick. As the Predators get the draw.
David.
Florida on the breakout. Janssen drops it back. Here's Liam McClinsky across the line. Sauchin back to McClinsky, who lost an edge. Puck in his feet. Sauchin digs it out of the pile nicely. Master Simone will set it up. Snaps it to McClinsky, who shoots and deflected out the other side.
What do I do with
Hemmel
the grass
after the rebound
afterwards?
sends it all the way
Nothing.
down.
I got to get a mulching blade because the new one I bought doesn't have a mulching blade.
So another power play chance.
So I
here
just
for the
run
Panthers.
over the
They're
piles
third
a
of the
couple of
contest.
times
They're
and
0
it
for
chops
2.
it small enough. But when I do the spring service, the oil change and all of that, I
Master
put the
Simone
mulching
along
kit
the
on
board.
it, so I don't have to worry
Washington
about it
O'Hara
anymore.
snaps it down.
Good job of holding the line, Florida barely got it inside. Nashville in good position.
Because I like to mow
Right
really
back down
short.
the
I'll have it
St.
set at
Martin's
like
got
2
room
inches.
down the right side. Cuts
Whoa.
it on goal.
Come on.
Lost the puck. Tried
Damn.
to center it. And a good play by Schaefer. He'll
There's
snap
no
it around
power
the boards
play
and all the way
graphic
down.
or
Boy,
anything.
St. Martin's really smooth, isn't he? I mean, just a couple of strides. He's at full speed, but he's just cruising, and he's under control. Figures out, it's like game of chicken. Am I going to cut into the net,
I don't
or am
think
I going to
I've
go
golfed
behind it? And he did cut in
since-
because he had room.
I don't think I
There we
golfed
go.
since
It's more rough
before
stuff
I
after
met
a-
my ex-wife when I was
I
22.
hesitate to call it a late hit. It was more of a late whistle than a late hit on an offside.
Been that long.
Really kind of a nothing play, but players just pushing and shoving a little bit. Extracurricular. Yeah, Hunter St. Martin, 24 drafts, only a 6th round pick. But that last year in Medicine Hat and going to the Memorial Cup, you can tell how confident he is. That's an impressive shift, right? He's
Good point,
lefty
David.
attacking on the right wing side. He's in cruise at high speed. I like to see players
Ever
like
thought
that.
of building a
You
tiny
get the
home
high
on
speed,
one
and
of the
some guys
3
are
acres and
working
renting
so
it
hard,
out?
They don't have a lot of control on.
I have not.
what
I
they're
have
doing
not
with the
thought
puck.
about that.
That's
No.
not true with St. Martin. He is cool and calm and smooth
No.
at high speed. Bush and Schaefer still going at it.
Yeah, we'll
before
fire it
this
up right
face-off.
now.
I think if I was going to take effort to do something like that,
30 seconds to
there's
go
a
in the Florida
side
power
yard
play.
that I've
2-0
considered
Panthers lead it on
turning
2
into
first
a
period
rather
goals.
large
Vilmanis
garden
and Janssen.
where I
Penalty
could
coming
just
up to Florida. Powell with an
grow some
interference
more
pick
of
at
my
the blue
own
line.
food
And
and
here's
have
more
food
rough
to
stuff. Schaefer
sell.
involved again.
Yeah, it's getting a little much here. Most of this stuff really means nothing. I guess you try and work for a little intimidation here. I don't think anybody's backing down.
I think if I was going to do
Any
anything like that,
extent.
I'd get some,
But it just
get some
continues,
goats,
makes
get
it
some
a little
chickens,
messy.
put a garden in.
But it's contact sport.
Sure is.
Guys get perturbed pretty quickly, pretty easily sometimes.
Powell goes for interference. We're seeing that more and more now, Brian, with that defenseman who's not necessarily leading the rush anymore on the power play because a lot
Just
of teams
spread
are
it
using that
afterwards
slingshot,
back in the
but
line.
he's going to
Yeah,
the blue
Vincent.
line,
I mean, that's
stopping and taking ice.
so it's got a side
from a
discharge.
defending forward, and sometimes
So I'll just
the pick is
mow
applied.
over the same,
Yeah,
I'll mow over the
slingshot, I
piles
think at times for me
and
is
try to
overused
disperse it.
because it's such a set play. It's like a football play. And sometimes the guy who's coming up the ice
I used
originally
to, when I
has
had
a
more
path
time,
right down
I
the
would
wing.
go
and-
out there the
and
day
doesn't take
after
it.
or
Yeah.
2
The better
days
play would be
after
just let that first guy take it
and
and
mow
just
the piles
attack.
up
Show something
even
different.
more for
But
that
everybody
exact
has that
reason.
set
Hey,
play. It's just the
Jackson.
way things are done now.
Kemmel across the line. Here comes Nashville. Short-handed. Check it 4-on-4. Now on the power play is Powell in the box. Their first man advantage of the game as Kemmel slides it across for Martin. Brady Martin. 2-0. Florida in the lead. Nashville trying to get on the board here in the second period. 1:20 to go in their power play. Kemmel across the ice. Wood shot blocked, and it's outside the line.
Not getting many pucks to the net. Trying to move it around. When you're down by 2 and you're trying to get something going offensively, yeah, it's all well and good. A couple of passes for sure. Try to spread things out. But ultimately, if you come out firing, it seems to build momentum for you, especially when you're down at the scoreboard.
Concrete
Well, that
2
was a
acres and put
Heck of a
stands on
pass
the
in the
other
corner there by Grayson
The
Souchin,
skate
and a
park.
shorthanded chance is fired right on.
So Cooper
by
Black
Josh
said
Davies,
that,
and a save
Jackson.
made by
And
the
yeah,
goaltender,
the-
Lota.
They
Janssen
got
will send
most
him
of the
back once
regular
again.
team
40
out
seconds
there.
to go in the Nashville
St.
power
Martin,
play.
Sachin, Vilmanis,
Sauchin's one of those guys I think you have to watch him
Or
a lot,
Volka,
right? After you've watched him
Divine.
probably 10 or 15 games, I think you probably appreciate him even more because he makes plays like the one.
like one right
Oh,
there.
boy.
Made, yeah.
Breakaway for Davies late in the shift. Hit the post.
Oh, off the post.
Rebound. Sauchin had it bounce over its stick.
Dang.
O'Hara back the other way. Offside called. Edson ahead of the play on the left wing.
Was that Davies that made that
Yeah.
shot? Boy, it was a beauty. And goaltenders will say,
Off
yeah, he
the
hit the
post.
crossbar. Said, well, he beat the goaltender. Goalies are the first to say, no, he didn't beat me. That's a crossbar. It's not in the
I
net,
guess
is
they're
it?
changing their
And
goalie
Good
now.
by them. And speaking of that, we have a goaltending change for Nashville. Semptimphelter back in. He played yesterday, part of the game, and he is back in there now. Malota's done for the afternoon.
Did I lift when I went to the games
14
last year?
seconds
Did
to
I
go in
lift?
the Nashville
No.
power play. As TJ
No, it's a good
Semptimphelter
question.
between the pipes now, as Brian mentioned. Barch across the line. Unable to get it deep, though, and Tellier on the backhand flips it to center. Joey Willis
We
swings it back in. Heward took a swipe at it. Up the boards, Wang with the keep.
we weren't there for very
Along the
many
wall.
goals against.
Lind behind the net. Joey Willis with one hand on his stick flags it down. Lind put
Well,
it
I
out
guess
in
the
front.
Tampa
Heward
game.
defended it.
Is that
And
the
it hits
Tampa
a
game where
weird
we
part
got
that glass
shut out?
works
The
out
second
for
game
Florida.
we went to.
Penalty is over to Powell. 8:45 to go in the second. Remains 2-0 Florida. Hard hit behind the net, St. Martin. Forced a turnover, but Florida couldn't do anything.
Tampa and St. Louis,
Heward
yeah.
will roll it back
Yeah,
in.
we won the first game
St.
was
John
St.
for the
Louis.
Panthers.
That's the one where Barkov had that shift.
Barch
That was
moves
crazy.
it up the wall. Flip down the wing. Noringer behind the defense. Shoots.
Oh,
And Black
there's
got
a
a
save
piece of
by
that.
Black. Andrew, you got 108. Yeah, I guess I
Hovorka.
better do my season preview here soon.
Bounding puck at center ice. Predators take it back.
I can't quite decide if we're going to be President's Trophy worthy
with
or
speed
try to
across the line.
coast and just barely
Spins
make
away.
the playoffs.
Protects. Back to the point with nobody there. And Mateer forced back.
So are we done with the power plays now?
On the dump in. It's the Predators.
Kazuma, yeah, they definitely
Backhand
have some
feed in the
talented
slot.
guys.
Shot right on by Noringer and a kick save by Black.
I think the only question with some of our forwards is
On the
their
rebound,
size,
it's the Panthers and a stretch
and
feed
ability
through
to
center.
play that physical
Trying to
game.
get Master Simone. It'll go deep, and Florida will make their line change. 7.5 to go in the second, still 2-0. No scoring in this second period. Both teams have had a chance on the power play.
Spaceman, you think
Powell, a
Washington will
stretch
be
feed,
President's
and
Trophy
McClinsky's
worthy?
gone.
Here we go again.
Scored.
Hey, there's a goal.
What a pass by Powell to spring Liam McClinsky. 3-0
Nice.
Florida.
Yeah, McClinsky on that left wing side, a right-hand shot. He got that long pass from about 15, 20 feet inside his
Well
own
done.
zone to all the way to the far blue line on Nashville. Nashville D.
He
not
kind of looks like
counting
he
players.
whiffed
Sometimes
on the
when you're
shot,
a
but
defenseman
it
in
made
the
it
neutral
through
zone,
anyway.
Literally, that's what you have to do. There's so much movement in the game that you only see four players and you don't realize until it's too late. Oh, that one guy is already on his way behind you, and that's exactly what happened to the
Jackson.
Nashville
Yeah,
team
I guess when
and
I
ends
say
up
size, I
costing
guess
them.
I
They're
should
down by
clarify.
3 now.
I mean strength.
McClinsky coming up on the second year of his AHL deal. He signed coming out of Holy Cross.
Tough start for Semptimphelter too, right?
Yeah.
Not
He still hasn't felt the
necessarily
shot yet.
height-wise,
That
but
one went
strength.
right by
You
him.
know what I
It
mean?
was
Thickness.
a heck of a shot. Real good, quick release.
Battle for the puck.
All right, so 3-0.
In the left corner,
Panthers
Powell
now.
has
Fixing
it
to
in the
make
slot.
it 4.
Hesitates.
We've just been all over him the whole
Elsher, a
game.
one-timer and his stick broke in half. McClinsky on a rebound. And that was blocked
Jackson,
in front.
yeah.
Matthew Wood able to
Yeah,
send it down the
just the
left wing.
strength to fight
Not
along the
enough for icing.
boards
6:37 to go in the second. Florida now
for
up
pucks
3.
and whatnot.
Yeah, we've seen that all 3 days where defensemen sometimes getting locked in on the play that's in front of them and allowing players in behind them. You can't do that. Awareness and making sure that you keep the play in front of you. That's one of the biggest responsibilities of any D-man. When you're up the ice in the neutral zone
Exactly,
and into
Vincent.
the
Yeah.
opposition end, you got to count players and you can't let anybody in behind you. There's no red line. You can make some long passes for breakaways in the NHL and at this pro level.
Ufko bouncing off the boards, wide of Black, and another icing on Nashville. And again, Brian, this just goes to show you how well Florida's defending. There's just nowhere for the Predators' defense to go but up the boards.
Yeah. But that's the right play. You know, that's what was my criticism of them in the first period. The turnovers that they made, puck possession, that's well and good. But when you're under pressure, you can't always make a good play. Coaches will harp on it sometimes. And sometimes I feel like, a player doesn't want to say, hey, okay, well, you get out there then. Under pressure, you can't always do it. Your responsibility is to keep the puck out of the scoring area And you say, okay, we'll just, if coaches are saying, we'll just make a better pass. Well, it's not always possible. And so you have to trust that defenseman that you have to, your margin of error has to be to the outside.
Vincent, yes,
outside in your
probably
is basically what I'm saying. And if you
I
do
saw
that
one in the first
you'll
game.
be right way more often than you're wrong. Because when you're wrong in the middle of the ice, you're really wrong and you're in trouble.
Here's Kemmel right out of the zone. Nashville trying to get something going.
Good job.
Boy, was that ever defended well by Hovorka. Martin. Pass blocked. Guess who? Hovorka again. He's everywhere.
There we go again.
Cross the line. Lundmark mishandled
Offside?
right at the blue line. Put Davies offside. Two
Boo.
really good defensive plays from Hovorka with the play coming at his net.
Yeah, he's improved as the days have gone along here too, and he can be here, but he's also about 6 feet farther over
that's
there
cool
too,
space, man.
He's 6'6",
Especially since it's over in the Tampa area, right?
And in one step, he's able to close gaps and cover ground a lot, and that's what he's continually got better at.
Hunter St. Martin for Christophe Tellier.
Spaceman, I had a guy
Taken away and up the boards.
at the
Kemmel saw a hit coming.
Grocery store the other day. I was wearing
to take his hit from Carson
one of my
Cameron.
Panther shirts with the old logo.
March with it.
Remember, I'm in
Reverses
Maryland.
the
And he's
ice.
like, "Hey, man, I love the shirt."
Heward
That was
closes on
cool.
Martin.
Hey, thank you, Andrew.
And Nashville
Appreciate
tried
that, brother.
again.
Thank you, Andrew. Much appreciated.
Brady Martin at center ice. Nice move, but
Thanks,
Tellier
bud.
picked his pocket. Lead pass. Here's Devine.
Chopper, yeah,
Behind the
exactly.
defense. Holds
They
up.
definitely play
Waits
just
for
the
help.
same
Finds it.
style.
Powell shooting. Score.
Hey, holy crap! It's 4-0.
Eamon Powell with a rip from the point. Matthew
Nice.
Simone was in front. Either way, Panthers lead it 4-0.
Yeah, that changed direction off of somebody. Powell's going to the bench first. He's the one that took the shot, but it may have gone off of perhaps a Nashville player in front.
It's hard
All I
to
could
tell
see
because
was the really
camera's
quick
not
change
far
of
enough
direction
forward.
there.
Cases if
Shot from the
Ambizric
point
were
goes
that
in,
tall,
so
right?
now it's 4-0.
Devine with a good decision there to pull up
Spaceman.
and make something happen for the Panthers.
Cade, yeah, Nashville
enough,
is just
Eamon
not
Powell
hanging with this team at all.
Rips it home from the point.
Patel. The question is, could
Powell does indeed get credit. Hovorka steps up, keeps it in.
beat the Dolphins?
McClinsky now to Steves with room, and it's shrugged off by Semptenfelter.
Like, would the Dolphins be able to beat this team in a football game? I'm not
Hovorka
convinced.
fires it back in. Andrew Gibson behind the net. Up the wall, and again, the pressure from Florida and the takeaway. Powell tried to feed Steves out
Vincent
front. Good
saying,
stick, pokes it
You
to
like
center.
the shirt, knew the team, but not me. That sounds about right.
Eamon Powell.
That sounds about right.
Middle of the ice for Ben Steves. Brother Alex, also in the American Hockey League. Shot
Oh,
off the
almost
stick of
5-0.
Torski and just wide.
Jeez.
Janssen now fans. 4-0 Florida. David Edstrom. Rink wide pass across the line. Hiroki Goisik shoots, and Cooper Black the save.
Exactly.
Florida's backup
David.
goaltender is
very well known.
Antoine Deneau. We were wondering if we were going to see him at all in this game, and obviously there still is the third period in this 4-0 affair, but have not seen him yet in this tournament. The long shot goes wide. Another shot toward goal, and Black was there. Behind the net, Goisik to the point for Ufko. Walks around Steves. No shot, though. Joey Willis has it hop on him. Schaefer rips it back in. Black out of the net.
Andrew, probably not.
Just got it to center ice. Schaefer takes some ice.
He might be our first
Nowhere
defensive
to go but
call
get it
up,
deep.
but then again, he might not.
Fends off
'cause,
Ulsher, centering
we
pass to the
still
ski,
have-
and Black covers it up to his left.
what's his name?
It's taking some of the
Bornfoot.
steam out of the game for sure. Once you get a 4-goal margin, that happens in pretty much any hockey game, and you can see things.
I
have
think
sort of
Rovoka
settled
will
in
get
here.
his shot, but I don't think
Not a
we're
lot of
looking at
action
this
either
year.
way. Nashville
Might not
still
even
really
be looking
struggling
at
to
next
get
year.
consistent good looks.
He's 24.
Haven't been able to generate anything to get on.
That's the one thing, right? If you're a
something in
prospect
the
on
net
this team, there's
and
not a
build
lot of
any
room.
momentum.
Not a lot of room to think you're going to come up and.
Flipped off the high glass. Lundmark
Vince says nobody
straddles the
seems
line
ready
to stay
but Bill
onside,
Manis.
but
Yeah,
the
Bill
Predators
Manis
have it.
kind of looks about as ready as Sordiff was
For
last
center ice,
year.
it's tipped in off Matthew Wood. Heward back behind the net.
Orvoca
Awful
has
Lundmark.
looked good, but he also
Taken
got
away by Ryder
he
Ralston.
also got cooked a couple
Back to the
times by
point
guys
for
going
Alex
around
Wang.
him.
Walks the line. Shoots
So
through traffic.
He might
Save
not be
made by Black.
completely. You know, it's all relative, right? Like if you're talking about
Gonna walk the
putting a
line there,
rookie on
Brian,
a
and
team that's only expected to
changes
make
the angle, shoots across his
75,
body.
80 points, and they're
Try to make
building
it more
towards
difficult,
something, and they're
but
going to let him
Black
make his
again was there.
mistakes by learning that way.
Yeah, no,
You know,
no big
maybe
danger
somebody
in that
like
one,
him
but you
would
do have
be,
to get pucks consistently
or at
to
least
the net if you
Romanis
don't
should
have
be ready,
anything go in.
come up, go back down, come up, go back down. But when you're trying to three-peat, because I kind of feel like if we
centered in front,
wouldn't have won the second cup,
fires high and wide of the net.
I think
Brady
maybe
Martin
we
on the
don't
rebound.
re-sign Marchand and
They'll
maybe
try
we
Matthew Wood up with
let
this line.
Sordiff have that spot, or at least let him compete for that spot.
Kemmel and Martin. Steal by Devine.
But it's just a different time for us now,
Souchin
where
with Devine well offside.
all you can
Gives way
do
for
with
the
your
Nashville
prospects that do get
control
ready
inside
like
the defensive
Sordiff
zone.
is trade them off to good
Again, can't
teams
connect on the pass. Vorka
to give them a
takes.
fair chance and
Approaching
just
2
try to
minutes to go in the
recoup some
second
draft
period. 2 in
capital
the
that
first,
way.
2 in the second for Florida. Looking for more. Souchin fires and Septenfelter the stick save.
Yeah,
Andrew,
the
I'm
handle
not
of the
sure.
stick.
I haven't heard his name called, so it probably
Good shot by
hasn't.
Souchin.
Still
You
says
don't
the
see
future
many
seems dim
old-fashioned
for
slot shots
Nashville.
coming down the
They
wing
went for the
anymore.
big
Almost
signings
never.
last year. Was a
That's
major
the first one I can remember
disappointment.
in the whole tournament.
Yeah,
Backdoor pass.
they really.
and what a
How did
save.
that not go in?
My goodness.
Wow. Oh, here we go
Back the other way, A
again.
break here for Janssen. Backhand is stopped by Septenfelter.
Good goaltending.
Man,
on
what
on
a
both
save
ends.
that was by
Yep.
Black.
Yeah,
Brady
Nashville's
Martin,
in a
I'm
real
sure
in
he's
a real
standing there
bind.
thinking, how did that not go in too? That was he that had the chance, and Black made a brilliant save.
They're in a real pickle.
McClinsky out of the air for Shea Bush protecting. Saved by
Because it's,
Septenfelter. Puck loose at the
they
side of the
could
net.
probably
And
disperse
recovered
some
by
guys
O'Hara.
at the trade deadline if they needed
by
to, but they're
Bush.
not going to get
Had
a ton
Ralston
of
in
assets
front, couldn't
back.
get him the pass. Steal though by Ufko at the blue line. Walks it in. Ufko shoots off the post.
Oh boy.
Final minute of play in the second period. McClinsky wrapped up by Ralston. Penalty coming up.
Well, good question,
I believe it's going
Kazum.
to Nashville's
Has there
Ralston.
been another goalie duo from the same country
Originally on
like
that Nashville rush, Alsher made a heck of a
That's
play
a good
defensively
question.
and then just turned the puck over.
Chopper, yeah, that's
And
what
allowed
somebody was
Nashville
saying,
to
that
stay
he
inside
looked
the zone.
well. Yeah,
what
I
a left
wasn't.
pad
We
save by
weren't even
Black. If you see
done
the
packing
replay
up
right
the
there,
yard
that
sale
was
till like almost
tremendous.
4:30, and then I was just wiped. Kyle was
Nashville to this point,
gone. He just went to
and back
bed.
to the power play goes Florida.
Okay. So are we on the power play? I guess so, since
This will be their fourth chance of the game.
jeez.
Face-off won by Roost. Predators trying to clear. St. Martin held it
And it's
originally, but then Wang sent it the rest of the way.
Is that Andrew Ember? Or sounds like him a little bit.
Steves behind the net. Master
Boy,
Simone. Back to Steves. Now Powell.
It's so hard to see because the camera's so far
Out
away.
in front.
Whoop.
Steves the shot block. Rebound. St. Martin is stopped. Puck was loose and then covered by Septenfelter off to the
A
side.
lot
of
of
the net.
action around the net, that's for
That's
sure.
Powell again starting the power play. Really good. That lateral movement. He makes himself dangerous. He makes the forwards for Nashville killing the
It's
penalty.
definitely is
he gonna make a
reminiscent
move and
of
maybe dive in and keep
the
the puck.
NHL version of
But
the Panthers.
in most cases, he's just creating some
Just
some
taking
movement
it
for
to an
himself and
inferior
making
opponent.
the box move a little bit. And
Like,
he's
they're
made
not
some
sitting
really
on.
nice
They're not
passes to
sitting.
start
They're just having fun
some of
out
their
there
best
now.
chances on the power play for Florida.
But yeah, I haven't seen Vilmanis come back. That's a shame. It would suck if he got
Panthers, it
hurt right
was
before camp and couldn't
2 in the first and 2 in the second.
participate in
Looking to
camp.
add on as McClinsky and
I
Powell, the
think
goal
more
scorers
than
in the second
anything,
period.
that would be a
Get a couple touches
disappointment.
here on the power play to move it through center ice for Tellier. Plays offside
Offsides.
at the Nashville blue line. I have not seen Brian Vilmanis return to the game.
No, good point by you. Yeah.
Yeah, they just mentioned it
shaken up
now.
early in the game, and that's too bad. Hate to see that when players, it's a limited situation, right? You only get 3 games, and when you lose any time at all because of injury, or what was it, St. Martin, when you got kicked out of his first game because of a hit from behind, so he lost an entire game to start off the whole tournament, and that was tough for him. And the Florida Panthers management didn't get a chance to see him for that whole game. He was out in the first couple of minutes, game 1.
That'll do it for the second period off the neutral zone faceoff. And
all right,
once
not
again,
bad.
Power play
Not
time
bad.
for the
4-0
Panthers will carry
after.
over this time into the
After
third
2.
period. And Brian, much like the first period,
Right back,
same
I
story
gotta
in
go
second.
drain the
2 more
lizard.
Florida Panthers goals, and they have a 4-0 lead on the Nashville
I'll be
Predators
right
after
back.
2 periods of play.
Yeah, I mean, the execution by the Panthers has been consistently really good. I mean, they set the tone early on. They have been consistently good on the forecheck. Their coverage all over the ice has been good. They really have been solidly in control. There have been a few stretches here where Nashville has been able to come back and get some pressure for sure, but they haven't seen any cracks in the armor of Black, who has been really solid at getting a goal.
Couple goals in that period, McClinsky, and then Powell. We mentioned Powell in the pregame, and he's probably had his most impressive showing here today.
I agree with you. It started to, sometimes, when we're watching a game and I just hear you saying the names, you start to hear the same names over and over. Well, in this game, Powell's one of those guys. So that tells you something right there. The power plays make a difference for him for sure, because his agility and being able to walk the blue line, he can move either way, to his right or to his left. And he's been able to pull the box out of shape a little bit, make some nice plays, and start the power plays off. So Powell's done a nice job in this game for sure.
Down 4-0 at the end of 2. What are you looking for Nashville here in the final 20 minutes?
Just really to get anything going. They don't have anybody or a line that's sort of taken control. I think that's what they need right now. They need a push, they need some goals for sure. So you don't want to give up everything inside your own zone and say, the heck with defense. But at the same time, look, you got to start generating some offense here. So I look for some of their skill guys to take it on themselves and go, okay, let's make something happen here and try to open this thing up a little bit. Florida's played solid defensively. Let's see if we can pull them apart a little bit and get something going offensively.
2 more Florida Panthers goals in the second period, and after 40 minutes, in the final day of the 2025 NHL Prospect Tournament presented by Florida Blue, it's the Florida Panthers 4 and the Nashville Predators 0.
That's why I can go into the phone and look. That's not okay. All right. Okay. Stupid phone. Won't do it. Okay, I'm having a fight with my phone. All right. Let me stop sharing this. Is there no volume, or did I lose the head? Okay. All right. So now I can see. All right. So I don't need those on because I can hear the music when it comes back. We'll see. All right. So Chopper says if Bob retired next season and Tampa was out in round one, missed the playoffs, would I consider the Panthers trading for a guy like Vasilevsky, or is Vasilevsky too washed up since the surgery? Oh, no, I don't think that would be. I don't even think Tampa would do it anyway. I think if he retires, I don't know if Vasilevsky would be the guy that they would go after. It's a good question, though. Hey, Lightning Girl, summer was good. Summer was good. It's still summer, 76 degrees, but it's not too shabby. We're kind of getting ready. Vincent, yeah, the phone is always yeah, exactly. The phone's always listening. Don't be rude. Yep. That's interesting. You're sitting at the beach. Yeah, why not? Why not? You're in Florida. That's what you should be doing. Yeah, I agree with David. The goalies are definitely the best ever, but the forwards are faster and almost everyone can really shoot. Yeah. Oh, hey, guys. Well, I wasn't running a banner because when I share the screen, it's got the score there already for us. So the banner would kind of be but you mean the one on the bottom. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so now I believe this should be the same thing as before, where after the game we get a 5-round shootout regardless of the score. Obviously, I don't think this one will be going to overtime, so that's going to work out. Kyle is downstairs doing some work, and then he'll be live on the football channel at 3:00, so everybody can bitch about the Dolphins. It's the sun that shades the sun and gives the sun the banner. Yeah, Kyle's in outer space. No, he actually woke up today before noon without any assistance from me. So that was a net positive. Had to go to the grocery store, came home. He was already actually awake and moving. Incredible. Oh, we're not back yet, are we? I'm hearing it in my headphones. No, we're not right back. We're not right back. They'll still be right back. And then we finally get hockey, thank God. So what's this? What do we got? I know we have Sunday, we got the 2 games, and then this is next week. So we got the 2 games on Sunday, and then we got Wednesday against the Canes, and we don't play till Monday again against the Canes again. And then the 2nd, the 4th, and that's it. So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 preseason games, and one of them's a doubleheader. So that's 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, to be a kid again, right? Oh, well. And then that's it. And then the 7th. How many of you, anybody being able to go to the game Tuesday the 7th? How many of you got to get off of work and actually be able to go to the game? And what time do you got? Are you taking the whole day off, or are you trying to leave work early? I can't believe 5 o'clock. They really did you guys wrong, man. They really did you guys wrong. 5 o'clock on a Tuesday for the banner raising. I would assume that people's bosses, well, if your boss is a Lightning fan, they're not going to let you off of work, but January 2nd is the game to watch. Let's see. Hockey Day, yeah. Yeah, well, we'll have the Canes too. That's right. What's the January 2nd game? Am I going to get a full schedule here? No, let me click. I don't think they're going to give me all the way to January here. Or are they? Panthers, Rangers. Is that the one you're going to, Vincent? Yeah, so we'll be, and that's a home and away that Monday and Wednesday, or Wednesday and Monday. So we'll be on the road against Carolina, then home. Oh, that's the Winter Classic. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. That's right. That's right. I knew there was a reason that it was 8 o'clock at night. That makes sense. Hopefully the weather cooperates, right? Hopefully the weather cooperates. Mm. How hot can it be when they can still make ice out there? Hockey Dice is too rich for your blood to see ants in the outfield. Yeah, I can understand that. How much are the tickets? David says next week the U going to work the Gators, then a week off, then FSU and Tallahassee. Do they got Florida State 2 weeks in a row? That's wild. I know people are hopeful. I know they're doing well. But it's college, man. It's weird how just one game, one game in college football really the cheapest are like $400. Good Lord. That's crazy. I mean, if you have the money, sure, it's fun, but they had a bye week in between, David. I understand. All right, I think we're coming back here. Oh, let me share it. It's a good question, Vincent. I'm not sure.
In Florida's zone. And so overall, still, you give Florida the edge in that department. There's been some penalties, and that has changed the momentum of the game at times for sure.
So it's 4-0. So hopefully this third period goes nice and easy.
So I think Nashville maybe is going to have to
Cooper Black gets to
a little more,
maybe do the thing.
And guys like Ufko,
and then we get to see the shootout without any real consequences to it.
Getting them scoring chances. I think their chances are better of getting on the scoreboard and maybe building something if they can get it back to the point and start generating it from there, because Florida's done a really nice job. That was a nasty situation there. That was a slew foot and a couple of penalties and a little pushing and shoving certainly after that penalty. But other than that, it's been the usual. After the whistle, there have been a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it hasn't been too bad.
In terms of overall importance for these two teams, at least, this is the
David
final
says
20
it's really a
minutes
nice stadium, still pretty new, lots of food choices.
So
that's
the
important
for a lot of these guys individually. Yeah. Each shift is very important.
It is. You don't want to start running all over the place if you're Nashville, but if you're a decent playmaker for
David, I can appreciate that.
I'd be thinking, okay, I got to do something here. Let's get going. Let's open it up a little bit. We're down by 4 on the scoreboard, and you always do play to win. So going out there and being careful without being reckless, it's kind of a fine line to walk. And for the Florida Panthers, of course, they're going to continue the same way. They're generating chances and scoring goals just fine.
Looking at the goaltenders,
let's finish this
one
up 6.
Period
let's
number
finish
3.
this one up 6-0.
Louis-Antoine Deneau for the Florida Panthers.
Quebec. No Cooper Black.
UMJHL.
I see.
41 games last year with a 17-17-5 record for the 18-year-old invitee. And TJ Sempton-Felter back in net for Nashville. He came in at the halfway point of the game.
Yeah, it's kind of tough sitting this long and then finally getting your chance for Deneau. But you take what you can get. He's not shy in the size department either. He's 6'8". He's even bigger than Black.
And Kemmel with a chance right in front.
Oh.
And it hit the side of the net. He just ran out of real estate by the time he got to the puck. A shorthanded chance right off the draw. And look out here,
right there
on the backhand. He scores.
It is 5. Holy
and
crap.
Florida scores on the power play as the two teams exchange chances in the first 20 seconds.
Wow.
Boy, is that a nice move by Tellier. Wow. I mean, I thought he'd run out of room. Like, how is that puck ever going to go in? He's almost past the net, it seems, when that one went in.
Nice
Nashville
shot.
is the chance at one end of the ice, but really good body control, upper torso control there. Keeps his balance, shifts his weight, and on the back end, shoves that one in.
Tellier, a former NCAA champion at Quinnipiac back in the 2023
nice
NCAA championship.
To be able to put it over the goalie like that.
Coming out of college, he played 6 games with Savannah in the ECHL where he scored 3 goals. I asked assistant GM Gregory Campbell about that for Florida, about the sample size. Obviously that's great success early in a pro career.
Probably not so much, Andrew.
It's 6 games.
But I know
that it's all the part. As
far
as
I know,
development process when they do sign
play
players.
as close to similar systems as they can, so that when a guy comes up from the AHL, it's
getting
as seamless
as
it can be.
Whether you're
anyway.
a forward or defenseman is one thing. When you're a goaltender, it's a whole nother thing. So each team, if you're a young kid and you're playing on a college team that's really good, your chances of playing are less. and on down the road. So your development for some guys is really slow. We've got some 23 and 24-year-olds here who are still getting a look because for whatever reasons, they were slow developing, they didn't get enough of a chance or whatever, but are still hanging in there. And you're out there against 18-year-olds that have just been drafted in this 2025 draft. So that's the interesting part of watching players develop even a short space of time. And because of the difference in age and size and strength and all those things, all wrapped into the first, 3 days, in some cases, their first taste of a pro career for the 18-year-olds.
Yeah, and we still are seeing, this will probably be the last year of seeing it, but the NCAA players that got the extra year for COVID. This is the last year of that, or last season was the last year of that, the grad year. Some of these guys are fifth-year NCAA players. Here's O'Hara moving in across the line. Shoots, and that was blocked. Getting in the way was Heward. And you hear the roar of the bench. You're going to hear that more and more, I think, here in the third period. Guys being engaged like that on plays like that in the final period for these two. Shot by Davies.
Oh,
into the
my
top corner
good
to
Lord.
6 for Florida.
Holy crap. It's 6.
What a shot coming late on the play. The original play
This is getting ugly now.
was really well done. On the attack, I don't know if that was Powell moving up on the play. I'm not quite sure.
Who was that behind the
That
net?
was Master Simone.
Yep.
Okay. Master Simone had the puck. He's the one on the attack going deep in the corner and then throwing it right back almost to the blue line. To the late man coming
6,
and a great shot by
Aren't they going to
Davies
change
top
the score?
This one's flipped out of play, and in short order, not even 2 minutes into the third, the Panthers have put 2 on the board here in the third. And
change the scoreboard, guys.
Extended to 6-0 over Nashville. Merrick Ulsher. And I would say that's, protecting that young goalie Deneau pretty well, Brian, adding 2 goals before he even sees a shot.
Yeah, that kind of helps.
Ralston deep in the play. Janssen wraps him up. Roost in the battle. Shea Bush losing it on the wall. Chance here, and Schaefer had his stick checked, but
penalty
illegally, says the referee. We got a slash coming up the floor.
There we go. Now they made it 6-0.
It seems that way. Kind of typical of how things have gone this afternoon for Nashville. They finally get the puck to Schaefer in a good scoring situation, and he gets hooked and can't quite pull the trigger the way he wants to. And it's Davies. Is that Davies in the box? Okay.
Nashville to the power play, their second of the game. Sauchin steps in to take the draw against Brady Martin. Won it back, but didn't get possession. Ufko.
Exactly, Henry.
Off the skate of Martin. Matthew Wood. Martin snaps it across. Kimmel right out in front. A save made by Deneau on the tip by Schaefer. Back to the point, Kimmel to Ufko. Wrister through, and on the tip, good save by Deneau.
That's the kind of shots and scoring chances we were talking about earlier for Nashville. If you're going to get anything going, Ufko's a really good shooter, and that was saved just at the last second, but he has an ability to get it through. He's not the only one. I think that they just need some more looks from deep and get some net front presence and some rebounds.
Matthew Wood right along the blue line.
Offside.
The one linesman called it good. The other one came in and called it. It was offside.
Yeah.
1:13 to go on the power play.
Not sure. I mean, I'm sure they do that, Anthony. I'm sure there's scouts that look at, they want to see what the other team's prospects look like. I'm sure that goes on.
Noringer back into the Nashville zone on the regroup with 1:05 to go. Six nothing Florida in the lead. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and already 2 in the third, just 3.5 in. Predators on it. Rugby scrum for the puck. Where is it? It's up the boards and back for Noringer. Joey Willis from the top of the right-hand circle walks it into the left and just defended well by Ulsher, but lost his stick. Noringer has it. Backdoor pass, and it's sent wide of the net.
They missed. Boy, I thought that was
penalty
going
coming
in.
Up to Florida.
Yeah, Anthony, they do the two-way contracts. Yeah.
Deneau got a piece of that.
Roost really had a great chance there. He was the one at the net, had a chance for that quick slam dunk. Noringer fed it through to him with some mustard on it, and Roost couldn't quite get the right touch on it. So still a goose egg on the scoreboard for Nashville. Nothing going right for them offensively.
15:56 to go in the third period, and it's 6-0 Florida. Five-on-three chance, though, here for the Preds. Sauchin wins the draw. Here with the puck.
Appreciate that, bud.
And out of the zone. Big draw win there by Grayson Sauchin. Just 8 seconds.
Well, unfortunately, the only guy that looks close to ready is Vilmanis, and he got hurt out here today.
Now for holding, I didn't even see that indication from the referees. But.
And I'm looking forward to see what Cooper Black can do, but I don't want to see him play any regular games.
That means should be Ulsher, 51.
Injury issues
in the box.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Here's 51, not 59.
Here's Wood moving in across the line as the 5-on-3 is over. Now 5-on-4 advantage for the Preds. Janssen to the point, not out. Ufko the keep. Long shot through. Deneau the save and made another on the rebound chance in front for Brady Martin. Ufko to Wood. Ufko again shoots. Deneau the save and no rebound.
Boxing out pretty well in front of the net for Florida. That allowed their goaltender Deneau to make the save.
Sense.
Another shot by Ufko. Did a good job. Just wrist it through and get it there. Hopefully somebody gets a stick on it and a rebound. But the big goaltender, Louis-Antoine Deneau, 6'8", 205 pounds.
This guy's 6'8", too? Jeez.
18-year-old. He could still grow.
Put some weight on for sure. Yeah, you're right. He might even grow another inch or so.
O'Hara centered it across for a shot, and that just tipped
I guess not. 70s. That's crazy. Predators, I didn't know this guy was that big,
to go on the power play, trying to get on the board here, trailing 6-0. Roost for Edstrom. Taken away by Chorsky, and he'll send it all the way down. St. Martin giving chase. Wang protects it, and now we're down to the final 25. This started as a 5-on-3 for the Predators. That shot in from center ice by Joey Willis into the mesh shot of play.
I don't remember ever coming up against goaltenders 6'6" and 6'8", all my way up through into the pros, all the way until the end. Now you see 6'5", 6'6", and every once in a while, guys like Deneau at 6'8". Back in the day, they wouldn't even be able to find equipment that was right for them. Off the rack, make it fit, buddy.
Yeah, now it's almost a requirement to be 6 foot to play goaltender.
No doubt. Yeah, you don't see very many little guys at all.
Here's O'Hara working his way in across the line. Spins and fires a shot. Roos tried to tip it, ended up knocking it down. The penalty's over. This will be a delayed icing, and Wang gets there first.
Well, there's so much east-west play in the game now, right? So goaltenders have to have really good positional play. They have bigger equipment. They're bigger to start with, as we mentioned, and just get to the spot. And, don't be too erratic there. You're going to make a lot of saves. You have to be able to do that because the game it moves so fast now, and there is so much east-west play and one-timers. One-timers are a huge development in the game, in recent history at the pro level.
You have the pleasure of watching, I think, one of the most agile big men in the history of the game, Andrei Vasilevsky, every night.
doubt.
We
And
are
he's
just not halfway
fantastic.
through the third,
For as
Joshua.
big as he is to move as
Good
quickly
point.
as
They
he
don't
does.
have. They have the score and they have the time, but they
he's
don't
a
have
fanatic about
the
conditioning.
period there.
He's in fantastic shape, and his flexibility.
Yeah,
so
we're
for
in
a
third
big
period.
man, Vasilevsky can really move. Also, his structure. His dad was the goalie, so he's been around it all the time. He has the demeanor. He has everything. That's why he's won 2 Stanley Cups and been to the finals another time. There's no doubt about who the number 1 goalie is. As many tandems as there are in today's National Hockey League, and as much movement as there is among goaltenders at the NHL level.
Chopper. Certainly
Tampa
they're not
Bay
matching
Lightning are
up
not
against
one of
our
those
guys
teams.
very
You know
well.
who the
That's
number
for
1
sure.
guy is. Just a matter of how many games is he going to play.
That's right.
Is it going to be 55 or is it going to be 62 or 63 like last year, which tied him for first in the league as far as number of games played. Sergei Bobrovsky played a little bit fewer than that. Of course, he's older too.
Right. Yeah.
Bobrovsky, 30? I think he's 37 now, so a couple of cups in his favor as well. And I think Florida they acquired Tarasov, who was playing in Columbus before. So that duo is pretty much set as well too. So when you look at Florida last year, we talked about it the last couple of days. They only had two rookies play for them all year last year. And Samoskevich was the only guy that played for them regularly, and he had a heck of a year. They had one other player come up and play, I think, 1 or 2 games for him. That was it. I mean, their lineup is set, and it's a very experienced lineup. And they don't have a lot of draft picks here because they have made trades in order to have the team that they have at the NHL level, right?
And for the folks watching that paid close attention to the Charlotte Checkers run last year, that's a big reason why they were able to make it to the Calder Cup final, all that stability in the American Hockey League.
Yep. Great point. Yep. Wherever you are in the cycle of the entire organization, right? And it's a tough thing to juggle.
Martin with a great move, but unable to finish. Wang. Wrong wing, takes a look. Brady Martin covering for him. Shoots. Good save there by Deneau with the right pad. Martin's got it again. Ooh. Fires up high, and that one hit the
I haven't heard his name,
post,
so and they mentioned in the second period that he hadn't come back.
Threatening for their first.
So hopefully it's nothing
getting shots from
major
the point, so
that he misses out on training camp.
Sustained action. Martin with a good look.
Definitely would have been nice to see him out there with the regular
guys. They can't get anything to drop, so they're that confidence level of literally seeing one goal on the scoreboard, even from the time that it was 4-0, never mind 6-0 now. They just haven't been able to get anything going offensively, confidence-wise even.
McClinsky on the keep for Florida. Gibson flags it down behind the net. O'Hara up the middle, and Ryder Ralston. Cut off by Hovorka. There was just nowhere for Ralston to go.
Yeah, and Florida's played like that all afternoon long. They really, get on their check right away. They sort things out really well. Every time Nashville, any player gets it, there's somebody on them right away. And
that video got copyrighted to hell.
They're getting to people
I couldn't
right
believe
away.
it.
And so they're anticipating. So Nashville will make a play to a guy that's already sort of partially covered. Then it's either a turnover or that guy's got nowhere to go. So you're not getting any combinations of passes, any speed build
I know
up,
Vilmanis got one
coming up the ice for Nashville, and that's credit to what Florida's been able to do.
Off the face-off, Nashville controls. O'Hara on the wall lost it, and McClinsky.
I have to look at the roster to remember. They don't have stats up.
Take some time off the clock.
Most of the guys' names I'm not going to remember off the top of my head.
And it'll be a challenge here for Florida, too. Up by 6 to continue. Whoa, it's Sauchin. Boy, did he get a lot on that. Just missed.
But I don't like the guys' names that I remember. I don't think they have anybody other than Vilmanis.
Right. Play by the clock and the score. That's always an important thing. I don't care if it's 0-0, 5-5, or in this case 6-0.
I don't think Sauchin. I don't think Devine got one.
The right way. Make the right plays according to the clock.
Yeah, the Panthers goalies have looked pretty good.
Kalen Lind behind the net.
All right, we're under 10 minutes to go.
To the wall. Goysick after it. Checked by Devine. Joey Willis to help out. And there's a situation where it's a 2-on-1 battle there, and Florida came up with a puck. Davies will send it down.
I had a coach a long time ago that would always say that time and time again, game after game. What time is it? What's the score? What time is it? What's the score? So you get trained that way it's a reminder of how you have to play.
This one's jammed.
Oh, they jammed it in.
Waving it off.
Yeah.
No, they're waving it off?
It was already, the whistle had already gone.
Oh, okay.
Nashville trying anything to try and get one in the net. They do, but it was just after the whistle. The big guy was down. Deneau had it under his pad. Actually, you could see the puck just a tad.
Yeah.
And they did poke it in, but the referee was blocked, didn't see it was open. The puck was open, and no goal. No matter what they do, Nashville
That's right.
They just can't get it in the net.
Pretty slick shot by Joey Willis. I find that not as many kids are trying to go low anymore. Everybody's trying to go high and snipe upstairs. And right there, they almost got one of their more dangerous looks of the game based on a low shot.
Yeah.
Willis wins the draw. Long point shot. Glove save made by Deneau. Willis split time last year between Saginaw and Kingston in the OHL. He was traded midseason to the Frontenacs, but had a 5-goal game in November for the Saginaw Spirit.
I've been hearing them, Kazuma. I heard them play the Panthers goal song. I did hear that.
A dynamic play from.
But yeah, I've not heard
some
any
of the
buzzers.
bottom 6 forwards for Nashville. Just hasn't come through in the last 2 games we've watched.
Yeah.
Seen flashes. St. Martin. Pass was blocked. Bush follows up. Knocked down to the ice with St. Martin, who took a couple of shots from Schaefer.
Schaefer's played hard. I mean, it's a 6-0 game. You're playing defense. It's tough. You're under siege a lot. He's been involved physically. He's tried to make some plays. He's had some looks at the net. And he stood up like he did there and tried to do his job. So Schaefer's been on top of it as best he can in this game that has not gone well for the team.
8:15 to go in it in the third period. Oh, that one hit Souchin in the visor, I think. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Schaefer was trying to do there, standing still. Can't put yourself in that spot. Soon as you get stuck standing still anywhere on the ice, but especially in the zone, it's bad.
Oh, I thought there's somebody back, though.
Penalty coming up, too.
Jeez, it's getting sloppy now.
Men on the ice.
Yeah, Schaefer got caught in between. He might be. I thought he was going back to the room there for a second. I thought maybe he was shaken up.
Yeah, I agree, Kazuma. Hey, Lil J.
Crossed, or somebody got a little antsy coming out because Florida might have had a breakaway otherwise. But Nashville's did get called. I think too many men on the ice.
Oh, there goes my camera. It's just weird. This thing just randomly will lose connection.
So Florida to the man advantage for the fifth
camera
time
just randomly losing connection.
Kemmel's gone to the box for Nashville. So you get a guy with some speed and some hands, and hopefully you can put anybody in, of course. So have somebody with some skill. Maybe you can get a break behind everything and get something going offensively if he comes out of the box.
That's why I bought that other one for downstairs, because
Master Simone
every once in a while this one just loses connection for no reason. Last thing I need to be doing is fixing that in the middle of a regular game.
Master Simone comes out of the pile with it, but his stick was checked. Good effort by Edstrom to stay with it. Havorka back in. Barch had his hands full, but kept him to the outside. Powell to Devine. Takes a look, snaps it rink wide to Havorka. Powell, Havorka, 2-man game. Walks it in. Backdoor off the skate of Devine and wide. Havorka put it out in front. And taken away by the Preds, Matthew Wood. All tied up by Davies and by Devine. Wood went down, trying to draw a penalty, and the arm stayed down. And 1:10 to go in the Florida power play. 6-0 for the Panthers. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. It's Merrick Ulsher chips and charges. Janssen to Master Simone. Shoots up high and missed.
Oh, nice shot.
That's going to ricochet outside the line with 50 to go in the Florida power play. Ryder Ralston to the loose puck and clears it down. Deneau out of the reach of Ulsher, but the speed of Lundmark gets to the loose puck. Followed up by the Panthers' Bush. Broken up in a good stick by Schaefer. 25 seconds to go. Florida power play. Winding it up is Heward. Pass it is Skate. Cameron follows up, but it'll be Ufko with time to send it down.
Seems like now we've kind of just decided to
Final rush for Florida on the man advantage.
maybe to
Deneau lets him know.
let the foot off the gas
Bush
a little
on
bit.
left
We're not
wing,
as
stood up by
aggressive
Schaefer.
as we've been. Like maybe not embarrass
Cameron
them.
swings it in.
We got those two quick
And
goals,
Nashville
and
will
since
start
then
fresh
we
with
just kind of
5:50 remaining in regulation time. Predators
Been
with a
running out the
2-0
clock.
record coming into this final day find themselves down 6-0 to the two-time defending Stanley Cup champs, as Deneau will melt this down with 5:42 to go.
Nobody's really had to stand out for either team, even though there's been 6 goals scored for the Panthers. There hasn't been, one dazzling guy that you go, oh my goodness, there he goes again, sort of thing. And there's certainly nothing wrong with that. You're playing a really good team game, and because of that, Florida's controlled this game most of the way.
6 different goal scorers. Great save there by Septenfelter on, I believe that was Steves out in front of the net.
Simon,
He got the chance.
it's good to get wins.
And again, it's part of that forecheck, right? I mean, Florida, it's amazing how much they look like their NHL team. The way they get in there and the success that they've had in this little tournament has come from their forecheck, sometimes the sustained forecheck and wearing the other team out, sometimes getting in quickly and getting it turned over and getting it to the scoring area. A little bit of both certainly in this game for the 6 goals that they've scored.
Ooh, off the draw. Tellier got a lot on that one.
Good save. That was a really nice save there by Septenfelter. He had to go down and then shrug that one off with his shoulder.
Joey Willis in the offensive zone as Nashville tries to get on the board late in the third now.
All right, closing in on
Willis
5
out
minutes
front, nobody
left.
home. Tellier
Oh, I thought for a second that was going
sends
over
it
the
back
ice,
to the Nashville
over the
line.
glass.
Wang left it there. Barch not on the same page, but skates it out of trouble. That's as far as the Preds will get, though.
And that's the way it's gone a lot. When they get the puck in their own zone, Nashville, get it from the D to the forwards already under pressure along the wall. Then it's a bad pass or a half broken play or a play into the middle to the centerman under pressure and already in the process of being checked. So it's turnover.
Yeah.
And that's the positioning and the pressure that Florida's been able to put on.
O'Hara, top of the circle, put it out in front. Deneau makes the save. Chorsky works the puck back, and Janssen has time. Bush has no stick, and Janssen gave him the puck. In front, Edstrom shoots. Deneau the save. Rebound, they score.
Finally get
Cole
one.
O'Hara got to it.
Finally got one.
And it's 6-1, Nashville on the board.
Yeah, well, that starts with, the play coming out of the zone. Bush didn't have a stick, so he gets a pass from his teammate and can't do anything with it. I'm not sure who, it might have been Chorsky that made that pass coming out from behind the net. At any rate, up to the wing, it was the right play, and it was clearly open, but because he didn't have a stick, he turns it over, and Nashville finally got an outnumbered attack down near the net. They're able to get a bit of a rebound and get the goaltender down and out, and they're finally on the board.
O'Hara out of UMass. 51 points for him last year.
Praga.
6th in NCAA scoring. And a finalist for Hockey East Player of the Year.
I would doubt it unless something happens with Tarasov unexpected.
4th round pick back in 2022.
I don't even want to think about any other reason
All-American
for him to
season
get
for O'Hara last year.
any games.
So the Predators have something to feel good about. And they scored their first goal kind of the way Florida scored their first two. Just pressure in the offensive zone, force a mistake, and they made the most of it.
And a piece of good luck with Bush without a stick.
Yeah, well, that played into it for sure.
Yeah.
Florida scored 23 seconds in on a goal by Vilmanis, who has since exited the game. He went down in the first period, shaken up as he ran into the end boards.
Yeah, it's too bad because he was building a pretty good showing here. The first 2 days, I thought he was very good.
Andrew,
very
right?
Scored once or twice, made some really nice plays, and then got hurt early on here in this game.
Here's Davies, who has one of the Florida goals here in the third. Look out, boy. Kemmel is going to take a run at Tellier there, and boy, almost lucky that was offside. We got a fight.
Oh, here we
Back
go.
Behind the play as Carson Cameron was into it for Florida. I can't see the Nashville player.
No, I was busy watching Kemmel to make sure he got up. He was coming across backside first for a big hit and kind of missed and went into the boards.
It was Kostov, and I saw what happened there, Brian. When they were racing for that loose puck back in the Florida zone, Kostov kind of got his elbow up on Cameron, and it seemed like maybe
a little payback after the fact.
Braga, yeah, he's
Didn't go
6'8"
very
also.
far, very long.
No. Couple of
skinny,
HLers there.
Compared to Cooper
who
Black.
knows, what
this
happened
guy's
in the past. A lot of
by
times
Cooper
there are things that happen.
223.
Hockey players don't forget, and then there's a fight, and then you find out, remember last year, in November, that game that we played, and you did this to me? Yeah, that's what that was about. You never know.
3:05 to go in the third period. Steves with a shot wide of Semptenfelter. Centered in front. Matthew Wood was there for Nashville.
Yeah, exactly, Johnny. 100%.
Brady Martin on right wing for Joachim Kemmel. Got his head up. Got three Panthers around him. Couldn't do anything with it.
Talk about getting trolled.
Steves had St. Martin in front, but couldn't get him the pass. He was all alone.
All right, 2.5
6-1
left.
Florida.
At least the shootout will be fun.
Puck loose in the slot
Just
area.
stop calling penalties.
Eamon
now,
Powell
okay?
with it.
There's a lot of
Behind the net
penalties in
for
this
Lundmark.
game compared to the first one.
Anton Lundmark to the point for Eamon Powell, who has a goal in this game. Back to Lundmark. Quick shot and a save by Semptenfelter. Good hard hit thrown by Kemmel. Steal by Steves. Trying to drop it back. Loose puck in front, recovered by Sauchin.
Steves has been a good grinder in this game, too, for Florida. It takes in a little tournament like this, you notice the
no more Shavasi. That's right. And those days are over.
Turn on speed here or there, or defensemen to make plays, whatever. But then the guys who just play consistently good, and then you go, oh, there he is again, there he is again. I think it puts Steves in that category.
Keeping at the line by Chorsky. Grayson Sauchin. The Edmonton Oil Kings sends the puck in deep. Ulsher will shoot it.
No, just
wide short side on Semptenfelter, and it's cleared by Nashville. Here's Hiroki Goisik after it. Stops up, waits for help. Rink wide to Mateer. Down and behind the net, too long for Willis, but he got it back. Willis in the right wing corner, ran out of time as Janssen got to him. Centered in front. Goisik shot blocked by Shea Bush.
Last minute of play.
1:05 to go in the third. 6-1 Florida. And Nashville, at this point, will more than likely suffer their first loss of the tournament here in their final game. O'Hara, who has the Nashville goal here in the third. And behind the net, hoping for Edstrom, Master Simone coming back. Knocked out of the air with a high stick by the Preds. Touch next by Florida, no whistle. McClinsky. He's got a goal for Florida. Fired wide by Master Simone. McClinsky's goal came back in the second.
Yeah, McClinsky
30
got
seconds to go. Lightning and Hurricanes will wrap up the 2025 NHL Prospect Tournament presented by Florida Blue coming up 10 seconds to go in this one. O'Hara off the boards to center. Last chance time. It's Ryder Ralston shooting, and that was blocked by Tellier. Heward plays it to Powell, and that is that.
Yeah, looking right.
Strong performance, top to bottom.
All right.
From the Florida Panthers
We're
here
gonna
this
have a
afternoon.
shootout, right?
An impressive 6-1 victory over the Nashville Predators.
Yeah, for sure. From start to finish, they were very good. Goaltending, defense, puck movement.
Yeah,
you name
all right.
it, Florida.
So let's do this
just
shootout.
Did a better job all the way along than Nashville did. Nashville's, look, they've had a good tournament, right? And we're going to have a shootout anyway, because that's just the way they've done it. Doesn't matter the score. We're going to see 5 guys get their shootout chances.
Hiroki Goisik will start it for Nashville.
Okay, they're right on it.
He'll go wide left in on Deneau. Shoots, and Deneau closes up the pads in time.
Yeah, tried to beat him. Looked like before he got down on the ice, Deneau did a nice job there. He read it, was calm, patient, and shut it off.
Who's
Anton
this?
Lundmark now for the Panthers. In the bottom of the first, righty shot and shoots up high and hit the crossbar.
Hit the crossbar.
There are a lot of guys, more and more, that are trying that kind of move that Lundmark did there. It's a quick forehand, backhand, and then back to the forehand, pull the trigger right away. Really speed up the combinations of stick movement. But
exactly, Praga.
Kostov originally lost it, and his shot is stopped by Deneau.
Yeah, the ice is pretty slow, and that's always the thing about shootouts in every situation. The puck starts to roll on the shooter, especially right when they get near the net. It's unnerving.
Here's Shea Bush now for the Panthers, trying to break through first in the bottom of the second. Curls in, shoots, and he hit the post.
He hits the post, the same shot.
That one, even though it hit the outside of the post, didn't look like it had a real good chance to go in. Really pretty good positioning there by Semptimphelter.
Ryan Ufko, the defenseman, will get a
Kazuma,
chance.
They do the shootout at the end of any of these games just for the entertainment.
He tried to go forehand there between the legs, and again, Deneau was there.
Yeah, he worked his way in. And when you get in tight against a guy that's that
big,
exactly, like, what are you going to see? You better be quick and beat him 5-hole before he closes. Or
all right, are we going to see any goals in this shootout?
Here comes Janssen for Florida, who had a goal in regulation time as well. Shoots up high, and Semptimphelter with the glove save.
Semptimphelter, really good, calm. Didn't leave the near side post too soon. Had his glove up and made a really nice glove save.
So this will be the 4th shooter now, and we've yet to see a goal in the first 6 shooters. As it'll be Brady Martin now. Righty shot coming down the left side. Fakes, and he lost it.
Yeah, he is playing.
Now, at the end of the 5 rounds, if they're still tied, do they keep going? Or
the ice has something to do with it.
It's not going to matter. I guess
we haven't
seen
anybody come in with any speed yet.
Yeah, the Nashville attempts
Christophe
are pretty
Tellier
weak.
might. Here he comes down the right side. He fakes, goes one hand. Semptimphelter stayed there with the left.
This is the worst shootout I've ever seen.
Like he's going to accelerate a little bit. I'm always in favor. I look, everybody has their
thing. Just put Divine out there to get a goal so we can go home.
Speed. I think you have more options if you come in with speed.
Here's Andrew Gibson now, another defenseman for Nashville. Gibson in on the right side, shoots. That one got a piece of the post, and Deneau acknowledges his right post, and it goes into the mesh.
Yep, he did. He pats the goal post. I think he might have got a tiny piece of it, too. I'm not sure, but it went off the outside of the post.
I think this is the 10th
5th
one.
Shooter, bottom of the 5th for McClinsky. Can he be the first to score? No. Semptimphelter the save.
He never even really got to the front of the net.
I would think so, Strafossi. I would think so, yeah.
You're not giving yourself many options.
That's it. So they just ended there without a winner.
In that shootout. Pretty impressive way
that's wild.
End this game.
You should have at least
in favor of the Florida Panthers as Nashville suffers their first defeat of the NHL Prospect Tournament presented by Florida Blue. And we talked about it before the 5-man shootout.
I'm surprised.
Brian,
I thought
just
that they
a
would
really
just keep
impressive
going
day
until at least
from the
somebody
Florida
scored a
Panthers,
goal
really
and
from the
somebody won
opening
the
puck
shootout.
drop.
But I guess not.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I guess
they have played like.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it for today. Thank you all for hanging out. Much appreciated for all the super chats. Really appreciate that. Kyle will be live over on the football channel in about 40 minutes. What time is it? Yeah, he'll be live at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Excuse me, 3 o'clock. So I will see you tomorrow at noon. Appreciate it. And real hockey is right around the corner.